carried out an operation with 100% accuracy. It's normal for a surgical robot to be remotely controlled by humans, but in this case it worked entirely alone, making delicate and complex decisions. 17 in all on a dead pig's organ, which were filmed as they happened. The robot's training included watching videos of surgeons removing pig gall bladders, and this was so successful that it managed to fix small mistakes, ask for tools and think differently, such as when a dye was used which changed the appearance of the organs and the tissues.
Geologists in Scotland say they found evidence of how many of the islands in the country's Inner Hebrides archipelago were formed, settling a century-old debate. Researchers uncovered a 5-kilometre-long crack in the earth that fed lava into the surrounding landscape, suggesting the islands were formed by a network of erupting volcanic fissures. BBC News.
Welcome.
My body, when you wake up in the morning and you know the money calling, oh, you go work, but you know it's I on your side. You for believe with us, you for hold my hand and believe, oh, cause you know it's I on your side. And when you dream, no say I live for you. And when you hustle every day, many wanna go. Anything you do, I live for you. Many want. If I believe I live your side, fidelity. If I believe with us, fidelity. If I know I live your side, fidelity.
Brush your teeth every day and night, up and down and all around. Brush like feeling bright. Brush your teeth. Brush with mom and dad. Underneath and in between, brush the germs away.
Pepsodent Cavity Protection.
This advert is FDA approved.
After a long flight, Safari Homes gives you the peace to unwind. A short drive from the airport, convenient for all. For nature lovers, Safari Valley Resort is a hidden gem, surrounded by lush greenery and luxury amenities. A place where you can truly escape. Now, for water adventure, Aqua Safari Resort has it all. Jet skis, canoe rides, kayaking, and a visit to the estuary. And for more excitement, Safari Eco Park is the perfect place to get closer to some amazing animals.
Visit Safari World in Ghana, together bringing you closer to nature.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
This August, thousands of pastors, believers, ministers, and seekers from across the world gather in an atmosphere of powerful teaching, worship, and impartation. A divine encounter that will shift your ministry.
It shall come to pass that if thou shalt hearken diligently to the voice of the Lord, which is the leading of the Holy Spirit, the Lord will set thee on high.
The Give Thyself Holy Conference with Bishop Dagiwood Mills is here with us again. Block out those dates. Tuesday the 5th to Friday the 8th of August 2025 at the Anakazu campus, Mampong, Equiapem. Why would you miss this? Visit GiveThyselfHolyConference.com or call +233 531 611 975 or +233 599-776767 to register now. The Give Thyself Holy Conference 2025, 5th to the 8th of August at the Anakazu campus. This is your moment, your mission, your call. Be there.
Do you suspect you didn't get the right amount of fuel? Do you have issues about the quality of fuel you bought? Or did you experience bad customer service at the filling station? Don't stress. The National Petroleum Authority, NPA, is here to assist you. Reach out to our call center on 0302 550 380. That is 0302 550 380. Or feel free to walk into our office located at Jolu off the N1 highway or any of our regional offices to make a complaint or inquiry. If you experience any of these at the filling station, you have up to 48 hours to report it. NPA, where customer care meets excellence.
Do you ever wonder how your car's engine is doing as you drive?
Not often.
Does it feel confident and protected, or is it tired and struggling?
I have a busy schedule, so I leave matters of my engine to Shell V-Power. With Shell V-Power, you can feel confident because it is the best ever fuel designed for performance and efficiency. Shell V-Power removes performance-robbing deposits, so you can feel protected.
Fill up with Shell V-Power at a Shell service station near you. Feel confidence, feel protection, and feel performance over and over again with Shell V-Power. Fuel the feeling with Shell V-Power. Go well.
If you have 250 Ghana cedis right now, it can do wonders for you. Chairman, Fabeji, it could turn your tears into joy in the Access Bank Fakitwabeji Kesiye promo. Madam, Fabeji, it could get you up to 50,000 Ghana cedis cash prize. Business owner, Fabeji, as a student, make transactions with your Access Bank card, and that could get you Spotify and Netflix subscriptions, PS5, iPhone 16 Pro Max, and more. This be out of class senso. Fabeji, you see what 250 Ghana cedis can do for you? And Gasakra. Fabeji, it's the Access Bank Fakitwabeji Kesiye promo. Deposit a minimum of 250 Ghana cedis and its multiples in your new or existing account and be on your way to winning a share of the 580,000 Ghana cedis in cash prizes and other amazing rewards. The more you deposit, the more your chances of winning. Promo runs from now to September 2025. This promo is in partnership with NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Access Bank, more than banking.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Bobby Deep Prensa. The Highlander. Sasa phobia basusana wosoto alamba jema odo ebi ye ba fine so play can cry and I tweet ye ba sa wa won sadia na se wala me the message to say boy by some because alamba just says antai alamba sa so shade we mu crampai or partai and I tweet your way sweet have a seat and tap your feet no hit from hammer who say move me and it smell for me shall see mu jire and yes I say you na ebe we are tears a search grab na be drama for the ten when I think you bury a niasa. You do me and I do you do. You see move boom now see me be sempre move. So the winner no pretty yard from sample and so ya wa ho a bomb mountain cassette to you. We not having the same clue a hard grip. I'm a nice trip I out that yard so hip Monza alampai Caesar alampai Monza alampai Caesar alampai Monza alampai Caesar alampai Monza alampai Caesar alampai Yada huku yo sa ko nu be ku jama wa and your boy, well, one Sunday, my mouth, Jenny, I'm a new Diasa, Nadiaka, and a dosso, a granny, so so wow, dog up, telling you to say some, Opa, telling an hour, Oba Sadia, Kofi, Kopega, repeating a near record, overcross our papa, not to was Sadia Okotiakoto, a high cycle, Komotio Mopo, yo, hoo ha, I got you all in tech, Oba in the don't yet, I can make an air, you know, the guy is down the wreck, I can't say about the say, go to watch it, what you was a day. And then what? Beats a tough. What say that I know you're prof. Now I saw we smell off. Enough. I need a break the cuff. Monza, alampai. Caesar, alampai. Monza, alampai. Caesar, alampai. Monza, alampai.
And that's JD with Alampa here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. You know, it's a Friday. Hey, Friday. Thursday.
You're looking forward to Friday.
I'm looking forward to Friday. It's a Thursday, so it's a throwback Thursday. And DJ Obeti decided that, we had to go way back in the time. The Highlander. JD, Alampa. Anyway. Look. This morning, Blessed will be joined by the Deputy Minister of Roads and Highways and MP for Tamale North, Al Hassan Suhini. He's joining us right here on the Super Morning Show. Because, on the Super Morning Show, we discuss issues that matter to you. And a lot of you have, reached out to us and complained about the poor nature of your roads. Yeah. So, why not get them in here to address these concerns?
And in fact, the messages keep coming in. Because when it comes to roads, we all agree that it needs to be fixed. And in Accra alone, if you see the messages coming through, he paints that picture that well. We have a lot of work to do. That's all we can say about it.
Okay, so the minister is going to be here, and he gets to address all your concerns when it comes to roads. But also coming up this morning, we bring you an update about the Chinese national and his driver who were killed in Subrin Kwanta in the Bebieni Area Sobekwai municipality of the Western North region. Erastus Asare Donko will be joining us. He will tell us more about that. But also, we're getting your thoughts on the latest deputy ministerial nominees by President John Dramani Mahama. What your takes is on these nominations.
For me, I'm just laughing about the Jachi Kwisin case. Okay. Sometimes God has his own ways of doing things. Yeah, you were kicked out. You came back. Now the president is putting you in a ministry which kind of connects to where you came from, right?
Yeah, the Foreign Affairs Ministry.
So that's an interesting one for him.
Yeah, God has his own way of doing things, and so congratulations to all of them. But Blessed, yesterday we were talking about Aqua Safari, and the fact that I had indicated that the chairman Gerard Boache had sent me a message, saying that Sami Odame and I had to be there, and that we had delayed. Now, while you were at it, beg your pardon, the manager of Aqua Safari sent a message to me. And the manager of Aqua Safari says, I read this message to you. Good morning, bro, and trust you're keeping well. Please tell them not to shout. You hold all the keys to Aqua Safari, so they should behave. Blessed. So now, going forward, you know what to do. The general manager is called David anyway. But going forward, you know what to do. Because look, if you want to experience the ultimate waterfront,
then I have to behave
at Aqua Safari, where you get to relax in style and comfort, and let the soothing sounds of nature rejuvenate your soul.
Yeah.
Not your body, it's your soul.
The chicken, I can feel the chicken soup boiling right now.
Oh, the chicken light soup and fufu that Samuel Dami and I had,
Oh my goodness.
Yes. So come visit the best resort in Ghana. From the luxurious rooms and suites to exciting water sports and outdoor activities, the stay packages are designed to provide you with an unforgettable experience at the serene bank of the Volta River at Begata. Therefore, whether you're looking for a vacation destination or that perfect riverfront venue for your conference, your only option is Aqua Safari. Call 0800 110 190 or 0540 110 190.
Winston, you know why God didn't put men in charge of Heaven's Gate, because
Are you into Heaven's Gate? Because what? If what?
If some men were there, we would never enter.
Why?
But don't worry. Just
wait. What is your problem? Is it that you must, if men at Heaven's Gate, they will do what my friend Zaya? Have I told you the Zaya story?
No, not at
all. You don't know Zaya?
Tell me about
Zaya, who did a show at Pleasure Gardens. I've said it here before. Pleasure Gardens. And then Zaya was at the gate.
I see.
So when they get, oh man, went to Zaya, and he says, oh, get him. So
selection by rough tactics.
No, but man, now they're supposed to pay you. But he's at the gate.
Yeah.
So when anybody gets the
He gives you a free pass.
He gives you a free pass. They pay yo. But Zaya don't make the money.
The money will go.
Because he decided to be at the gate. He doesn't trust anybody. He's at the gate. Unfortunately, you know.
But one thing I know for sure is that you won't be at the gates at Aqua Safari. That one, it won't happen.
Oh, but I control. So
let's see.
Be of good behavior, and you shall.
I will completely. Okay. And good morning to Mr. Boache this morning and the friends at Aqua Safari. But let's tell you about Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited, because they are your number one supplier of quality office essentials. They have equipment. They also have furniture at affordable prices, and they are now introducing the online store for your shopping convenience. So this will now mean that you can simply log on to kingdomstoreonline.com without physically having to come to any of the branches near you at all. It's hassle free. They will arrange deliveries to your homes and offices within a reasonable time. So they are offering delivery within Accra and Tema, and they also accept payment via Momo across all networks. So terms and conditions do apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability is the hallmark.
Kweko BNJ has been sending me messages of investigations he wants to conduct. But you know what, Ghana? Kweko BNJ has been sending me messages of some investigations he wants to conduct when it comes to Aqua Safari. But Ghana, let's talk water tanks. And I'm sure you know the secret to real water storage. It's simple. If your tank doesn't have the tortoise on it, then it's not the correct tank. That's right. The Tortoise Tank Syntex Tank is a champion of water tanks. It's strong and durable and built to handle our Ghanaian weather. So rain or shine, Syntex Tank has your back. So my people, go outside, check your tank, and if it doesn't have the tortoise on it, then it's time to upgrade. Join the Syntex Tank family today and enjoy water storage that's tough like a tortoise. Call 0244-335168 to buy now. Find any of our 400 agents nationwide. You can also shop online at syntexgh.com. Syntex Tank, air strong, air tough.
Okay, and you can grab this chance now and win big with the Access Bank for Kitwabeji Kesia promo. Simply deposit a minimum of 250 Ghana cedis into your new or existing Access Bank current or savings account to join the promo. So you can increase it to 500 cedis or more, and then you qualify for a draw. Now, for our youth customers, that's the solo account holders, spend 500 cedis or more with any Access Visa card and qualify for a reward. The more you deposit, the higher your chances of winning. So don't sit back, deposit now and stand a chance to win and share over 500,000 Ghana cedis in cash and other amazing rewards like PS5. They also have iPhone 16, and there's also the Chromebook and many more items that they are giving away. So it's happening in the 4 monthly mini draws and 2 mega draws as well. This promo is running from now to September 2025 in partnership with the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. So terms and conditions do apply. Join the Kitwabeji Kesia promo train now, and you'll be saving for the future and winning big as well. So for more information, all you have to do is to dial 0800 004400 0800 004400 for more information. And you can also visit ghana.accessbankplc.com for more information on this. Access Bank, more than banking.
So you know it's mid-year already, and so wondering where to hold your mid-year review and planning sessions or staff retreats to turbocharge your team for the second half of the year. You know there's only one venue. Safari Valley Resort. Very crucial. Now think of the green, serene environment, accessibility, meeting room capacity, flow and layout of space, and room flexibility, quality of equipment, staff, and first-class catering services. Then Safari Valley Resort is your only choice. Call Safari Valley Resort on 0596 914 394. Safari Valley, bringing you closer to nature.
And this rainy season, your safety on the road matters more than ever. That's why Toyota Ghana is also offering attractive discounts on genuine spare parts and services to keep you safe no matter the weather. So replace your wiper blades and also the windshield wipers for a clear view. I told you about that earlier on our Drive Safe campaign. So check your brake parts as well. Make sure that your brake shoes are working for effective braking on wet roads. So install new bulbs for better visibility, and service your AC as well, and change your AC filters to ensure proper cabin temperature and moisture control. Visit your nearest Toyota Ghana branch nationwide today and let our certified technicians get you and your vehicle rain ready. 0302 429 80 so let me take that again. It's 0302 429 801. You can dial 802 803 804 805, so it's all the way to 805. So it's 0302 429 80125. Then you can follow on Facebook as well. It's at Drive Toyota GH, and Instagram is at Drive Toyota _GH. Toyota Ghana, genuine parts for a safer rainy season. And speaking about the rainy season, Winston, is appears GMET is warning us that these days we'll have is it colder mornings and nights as well, and that will be the trend for quite some time now. So I think we'll have to prepare for the future as well, because for the next few days it will be similar to what we've been experiencing over the last few days.
Exactly. But let me tell you about MNC Properties, your home ownership partner that offers you affordable houses and fresh property, joy property management services, and sale of litigation freelance. Take advantage of their premium listing website to advertise, rent, and sell your properties. Your smooth journey to home ownership starts here. Speak to us on 0302 551917. MNC Properties, choice of class.
Okay, so there's something you need to really pay attention to, because this is an account information update call from Omni Basic Bank to all Blue T-Full customers, right? Kindly proceed to any of the branches or visit a website. The website is omnibasic.com.gh to update your account records with your Ghana card. That's what you need to do. And so for more information on this, you have to call 030-708-6000. So it's 030-708-6000. You can also call 080-010 0790, and you'll be having a Blue T-Full day, and it's made possible by Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank. That's what's beautiful about this.
Great, and I'm sure you've heard about the incredible benefits of Exilium from Total Energies. Well, let me tell you more about this premium fuel with its amazing 3-in-1 power, because Total Energies has introduced Exilium new formula, the additive enriched fuel with its powerful 3-in-1 action that cleans your engine, extends its life, and lowers your fuel consumption. Thanks to the cumulative effect of its anti-corrosion, anti-wear, and detergent additives, Exilium new formula also lowers your vehicle's fuel consumption while reducing CO2 emissions. You will drive, sir. Experience the difference with Total Energies Exilium new formula. Choose Exilium, choose quality. And Blessed, you know that the month of August is our Joy Sustainability Month.
We're looking forward to that.
Exactly. We'll be having, daily conversations. And so, for instance, in the first week, we'll be talking about urbanization, mobility, and housing. And that's something that I am interested in. In the second week, for instance, we'd ask a question: can Ghana build sustainable cities and towns that work for everyone? Can we do that?
I hope so.
Okay.
I hope so.
Then the second week will be sustainable food systems and food security. We'll get into that. We'll look at, from farm to the fox, as in why your tomato would cost more than gold. That's a conversation we need to have. Yeah. And also we'll have
why your pepper will cost more.
Why your cucumber. We'll also talk about, have a conversation about mobility and transportation. I mean, many of us spend a quarter of our day in traffic.
Yeah.
How do you reduce that? So a quarter of your life is spent being unproductive in Ghana. We'll have conversations about, water, our energy systems, all of these coming up on the Joy Sustainability Month. And so for all of you who are interested, and everybody should be interested in sustainability.
Yeah.
Let's have a conversation. You can definitely reach out to us, on partnerships. call us on 0302-216-541 or 0302-216-540, and you'll be connected to any member of the Super Morning Show team. Which means we can now go for a short break. When we return, it'll be time for sports, birthday messages, and Uncle Ibu White, food for thought, here on the Super Morning Show.
If home is where the heart is, then let's go home, shall we? Let's go where the entertainment is, where the passion is, where the laughter is, and sometimes even the tears too. Let's go where we feel safe enough to share our opinions
and send tweets,
where we do that embarrassing little dance to our favorite song. Let's go home where the love, the care, and the joy live.
There's no place like home. Connect your home to super fast internet with affordable data bundles from MTN Home. Visit broadband.mtn.com.ga or your My MTN app to sign up today. Everywhere you go.
Ever wondered what else your Standard Chartered Visa card can do? It is not just for taking money from ATMs. Your Standard Chartered Visa card is the enjoyment card. Use it to shop at malls and supermarkets and for all your online transactions. Book and pay for that overdue vacation online and win fantastic rewards like airtime, Melcom gift vouchers, and a weekend stay at a plush hotel and many more. It is the enjoyment card. So next time you're about to make any payment, let your Standard Chartered Visa card lead the way, not cash. It is your gateway to secure, convenient, and rewarding payments. Visit the 360 Rewards website for more information. Standard Chartered, here for good.
FPAC is effective for headaches and relieves the symptoms of flu, colds, and catarrh. FPAC blows away the pain associated with sore throats. During and after a hard day's work, FPAC relieves you of body pains. After the day's sports workout, FPAC helps the body to control the aching muscles. FPAC is effective against feverishness. FPAC reduces body temperature associated with malaria and other fevers. FPAC is effective against rheumatic pains. You can find FPAC in all pharmacy and chemical select shops throughout the country. FPAC is not recommended for children less than 16 years of age, ulcer and asthmatic patients, pregnant and lactating mothers. If symptoms persist for more than 2 days, consult your doctor. FPAC blows your pain away.
FPAC Junior follows in the tradition of FPAC tablets, a trusted friend to relieve your child of pain associated with teething, catarrh, cold, and fever. The good that FPAC does for you, FPAC Junior does for your child. FPAC Junior is for children between 6 months and 12 years. FPAC Junior blows your child's pain away.
And it's time for birthday messages here on the Super Morning Show, brought to us by MTN.
Everywhere you go.
And Bank of Africa. Get a quick fixed loan from Bank of Africa at an unbeatable low interest rate. Call or visit Bank of Africa today. Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner. Let's see whose birthday it is today. Now, it's the birthday of this one says, okay, nothing in life feels more special than completing the 50 years milestone. Happy birthday, Mrs. Charity Yawakpotufe of Ghana Cocoa Board. May God's blessings be bestowed at your feet. Love from Dr. Matilda Jomeku. And still to you, it's coming from your Suda Akwe and the family to you, Charity Yawa Potufe, which means we can now get into the Sports Center, and that is brought to us by MTN. Switch to MTN's eSIM. Download my MTN app to go SIMless today. Standard Chartered Bank, here for good. And FPAC blows your pain away. Then DSTV, what an awesome news to share. Pay your DSTV package today and be upgraded to the next higher package for free. It's from now to the 31st of July. Dial *759# APK.
Hey, boss lady. Yes, you, the go-getter, the planner, the do-it-all woman building her business one bold step at a time. MTN sees you, and we're cheering you on every step of the way. So that's why we created the MTN Ejumapa just for you. It's more than just a bundle. It's a new business bestie with special data and also call bundles. You stay connected to your customers, suppliers, and everything that helps you grow your hustle. So wait, there's more for you, and there's more exciting news because the Ejumapa MTN bundle also comes with insurance benefits to help protect the business you've worked so hard to build, because we know you're not just working for today, but you're actually building a future. So it's time to level up, scale up, and also shine brighter than ever. Remember this code, star 5060 hash. Star 5060 hash. That's the number to dial now. Then you'd grab your Ejumapa bundle, and let's get to work on your success story together. MTN Ejumapa, powering women in business.
So, for many years you've put in the work to build what you have now, that business, that career, and your savings. But you know what? Now is the time to take it to the next level. We know and understand that you have wealth ambitions. So whether you're looking to invest, grow your wealth, or secure your legacy, we're here to help you make the right move at the right time. With Standard Chartered, you get more than just banking. You get access to a global network of tailored solutions designed to grow, manage, and protect your wealth for generations to come. Our expertise and global network offers you an array of wealth and diversified investment options across the globe. Now is the time to act on insight, not hindsight. Let Standard Chartered help you grow, protect, and safeguard your wealth. Let's get talking. Call us today on 0233 000041. Standard Chartered, here for good. Thank you, Tahiru. Thank you.
Hello. Thank you very much. Good morning to all of you. Welcome aboard to the Joy Sports Center with me, Fentu, Tahiru Fentu. Coming up.
Defenders are up creating chances, and Hakimi, Militao can't stop it. He actually did really well, but Barcola keeping it alive. That's it. Good night, good luck. Gonzalo Ramos seals Paris Saint-Germain's place in the FIFA Club World Cup final. And a tribute to Diogo Jota from his Portuguese international colleague.
Yeah, yesterday Paris Saint-Germain embarrassed Real Madrid in a one-sided FIFA Club World Cup semi-final to set up a date with Chelsea in Sunday's final. Plus, Mohamed Kudus is on his way to Tottenham Hotspur. We have details in this bulletin. But first, yesterday, Joy Sports paid a courtesy call on Piva Beverages, sponsors of last year's Joy Sports Invitational. The company's participation in the competition itself may have ended in disappointment with no silverware, but the beverage giants say they are returning to the 2025 edition with a new strategy. Yes, Chief Executive Officer of Piva Beverages, Franca J. Mensah, with some bold claims ahead of the August 9 event.
I'll be among the finalists. I'll take the cup. This I don't want to stick my neck out because of what happened last year. But I'm assuring that this year I'll do better than what I did last year. Joy last year gave us a big mileage, and I believe that this year, same. Piva 1 year on has been in almost every household now. We've covered all the 16 regions of Ghana. Apart from the sports, this is a good area for networking. So all the corporate Ghana, those who were not part of it, the MDAs, the private equity funding, the banks, this is the best opportunity for you to come and join. And let's network. For you even have a contract there. And people who have not even jobs, who want to change jobs, it's an opportunity to meet the CEOs and talk to them. Who knows?
That's Franca J. Mensah, the CEO for Piva Beverages. To register for the Joy Sports Invitational Tournament, you can call Sleving on 054 010 6466 to reserve your spot. You can also call the Joy FM front desk to pick up a form, complete it and return it, and you would be registered. Now, this year's invitational tournament is on Saturday, August 9 at the University of Ghana Stadium. Now, let's move to Kumasi. That's where the Minister for Sports and Recreation, Kofi Adams, has pledged to restore the Babaya Sports Stadium to an acceptable standard following a working visit to the facility yesterday. He was accompanied by the Ashanti Regional Minister, Dr. Frank Amoah, and a team of technical experts from the ministry.
Well, I'm impressed that the facility is huge. The potential of this facility is great in terms of our sporting development. The tartan tracks, space for tartan tracks, and so athletics can easily be done. So it won't only be for football, but you can have athletics, you can do even other events here. Once we have pitch covers, you can do many other shows here. You can even do boxing if you want to have boxing event. So the potential is big. And once we do what we must do, we can use this for so many things.
That's the Sports Minister Kofi Adams. By our sports stadium at the moment has several issues, a litany of problems, including malfunctioning floodlights, damaged washrooms, outdated public address systems, worn-out reserve benches, high electricity costs, non-functional irrigation systems, you name it. It's a very problematic stadium as things stand. Kofi Adams also spoke on the ban on alcoholic companies sponsoring sports teams and events in Ghana. He said it's hurting the financing opportunities available to sports.
We have engaged Foods and Drugs Authority on this, because whilst we are doing that, the very young ones, we don't want to watch these alcoholic beverages being advertised during sporting activities or show, are watching DSTV that shows all kinds of alcoholic beverages that are sponsoring the UEFA leagues and what have you. So we are looking at it to see how we can really resolve that issue. I don't think denying them investment in sports has helped us.
That's the sports minister. Let's move on to House of Folk. They have been hit with a fresh transfer ban just days after they cleared a $38,000 debt to lift a previous ban that was imposed on them for non-commitment of the club to New Edibias United with regard to the transfer of a player. Just days after that particular transfer ban was lifted, a fresh ban has been imposed on the club for failing to meet a July 7, 2025 deadline to pay over 106,000 Ghana cedis to another former player, Francis Ajete, as directed by the Court of Arbitration for Sport. Here's Victor Achutamaklo on the issue.
Ajete was signed in February 2023, midway through the season. He signed a 4-year contract, but I'm not sure any Hearts fan would ever remember seeing him in Hearts colours apart from the images from his unveiling announcement, right? But Hearts find themselves in a situation where they have to come up with 108,000 Ghana cedis in addition to the salaries that they may have paid him while he was in the employ of the club. Now, Ajete's signing was a curious one because he wasn't part of a number of transfers that the club conducted in February of 2023 in what you would call a panic buy.
That's Victor Achutamaklo of Joy Sports with the lowdown on that particular fresh transfer ban imposed on Hearts of Oak. If they pay the said amount, the ban will automatically be lifted, of course. Now let's stay with Ghana football, because the public relations officer of Star Times Ghana, Eli Kondo, has revealed that the company has paid part of the over $800,000 debt it owes the Ghana Football Association from their previous broadcast deal for the Ghana Premier League. There's more in this report.
Following the expiration of the Ghana Football Association's broadcast partnership with Chinese network Star Times, coverage duties were handed over to Afat TV and Globe TV. The GFA explained that both parties failed to reach an agreement, citing Star Times' failure to settle an outstanding balance of over $800,000 from their original $5.25 million deal signed in 2020. In an interview in April this year, GFA President Keto Kriku pointed to the unpaid debt as one of the reasons referees had not been paid.
This year, challenges because of non-payment by Star Times, and that has delayed or that has affected your cash flow.
Since those comments, Star Times Public Relations Officer Eli Kondo has told Joy Sports that the company has made partial payments towards the debt.
Just a few weeks ago, some amount of that outstanding has already been paid. So it means that Star Times remains committed to the project of building Ghana football.
Kondo further stated that despite the breakdown in renewal talks, Star Times is still open to returning as a broadcast partner with the GFA in the upcoming season.
Well, it might not be specifically the Ghana Premier League or maybe an aspect of the league, but there are talks around. It could be production, it could be an aspect of the season as well. So the talks are still in progress, and once it's finalized, I'm sure you'll get hold of it, and then you can communicate to the viewers exactly the details of the new terms that might come up between Star Times and the GFA.
That's Eli Kondo ending that report by Adamo Beding Abdul Karim. Now, Joy Sports has reached a partnership agreement with the 2025 APSA Black Star Marathon. The APSA Black Star Marathon is an annual event that assembles both elite, amateur, and recreational runners to compete in a marathon and a run and walk. This year's event, of course, is slated for July 26. That is on a Saturday, and we'll have more details of that in our next bulletins here on Sports Center. Let's go to Morocco. That's where Ghislaine Shabak scored a hat-trick to give Morocco a 4-2 victory over DR Congo in the 2024 Women's Africa Cup of Nations. They're now up to 4 points level with of course Zambia, who just hours earlier also secured a victory of their own, a 3-2 win over Senegal in a game where Barbara Banda, the captain, scored a brace. Today there's Tunisia versus Algeria at 4 p.m. Botswana take on record champions Nigeria. Now, in transfers, Mohamed Kudus is set to become the most expensive Ghanaian player ever in history, as Tottenham Hotspur have reached an agreement to sign him from West Ham United for a fee of around 63.8 million euros. Thomas Partey held the record for his 50 million euros move to Arsenal in 2020. Reports are that the two clubs, West Ham and Spurs, have agreed a deal, and a medical is scheduled to take place today ahead of Kudus signing a 6-year contract at the North London club. Meanwhile, there's good news for Enies Niama's Lyon. They have escaped relegation back to the Ligue 1. They were demoted to League 2 for financial troubles, but they've gained some promotion back after they successfully won their appeal. And finally, we have our mouth-watering Wimbledon semi-final between world number 1 Jannik Sinner and 7-time champion Novak Djokovic. That match is tomorrow. That was after both players won their quarterfinal matches. So that is something that everyone is looking forward to. Winston, that's all the sports this morning. Do you know who Christian Horner is?
Who's that?
Team principal for a Red Bull Formula 1 team.
Okay.
He's been sacked after 20 years with the team.
For doing what?
I mean, he had some sexual assault allegations. Both, there were two of them, I think, that were both cleared 2 years ago. At a time that many people thought that he should have been sacked. Okay. But he's been sacked now, and we don't know whether it's because of the poor performance of Team Red Bull this season, because they're really struggling, or it has something to do with the previous sexual assault.
Okay,
problems.
Let's get into food for thought now.
You don't want to talk about Club World Cup?
It's time for food for thought.
You saw what happened to Real Madrid yesterday.
It's time for food for thought. We'll talk about that later. You go and come.
Uncle Ebo has something to say about Real Madrid. They were embarrassed.
But let me bring in Uncle Ebo, because it's time for food for thought, and it's brought to us by Roverman Productions. The difference. Uncle, good morning.
Oh, my favorite producer. Good morning. And how are you?
I am fine, Uncle. Your nephew Fentio has refused to leave.
Yeah, no. I have a question for Fentio.
Fentio, over to you.
Fentio, which Juju man worked against Real Madrid yesterday?
Uncle wants to know the Juju man that worked against Real Madrid yesterday.
The Juju man has 4 names. Osman Dembele. Oh, it was bad. It was bad. It was very bad.
No, I was watching the match and I could not believe what I was seeing. I simply could not believe what I was seeing.
It was unbelievable. But you see, PSG have shown that they are the best team, not just in Europe, in the whole world. Because they also gave Atletico Madrid 4. It's not only Real. Then they gave Inter Miami 4. Then they gave Real Madrid 4. Now they are playing Chelsea on Sunday, and Chelsea fans are saying that the match, they don't like again. PSG, they should give the trophy to PSG.
No, Winston, did you watch the match?
No, I couldn't watch it.
Yeah, you missed.
Yeah, so I hear.
You missed. It was.
You know, Uncle, these days televisions don't belong to us.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
you watch whatever they are watching.
Yes. That's
if you want peace.
Yes, the only time one day my son told me that sometimes I am happy when you are not in the house. Why? Because every day you watch football. So sometimes you don't have a choice. You just have to watch what they are watching until they go to sleep. Then you can watch your.
Then you can watch what you want to watch.
Yeah.
Well, Winston, this morning at the National Theatre, a very interesting event is taking place.
Okay.
Roverman has been involved with the inter schools drama competition.
Oh, okay.
Yes. The finals comes on today and tomorrow. 5 schools competing for Greater Accra at the National Theatre this morning from 9:30. So anyone who has a bit of time, pass through and you would enjoy. You'll see the future of theatre in Ghana in these young people.
Okay.
Winston, as you know, this month I turned 71, and in celebration of the milestone, I have been sharing some of the lessons life has taught me with you. Today, I want to talk of 2 of the many things that surprised me in life. Here we go. I grew up at South Centreso in the late 50s through the 60s. I left South Centreso for secondary school in Accra in 1969. Now, in the 60s, when television became available in Ghana, very few people could afford it. And at South Centreso, there were only 3 homes that owned television sets.
I see.
The father of one of those homes was not friendly and did not open his home for people to come and watch TV. The other 2 homes were very friendly and positioned their TV sets in such a way that we could stand in the window and watch. Now, the number of people at the windows always depended on the program that was showing. News and discussion programs attracted very few people. But drama series like Bonanza and movies and soccer saw the windows packed. Sunday afternoons were for live soccer matches from the Accra Sports Stadium.
Wow.
And there could easily be as many as 30 to 50 people, mostly boys, in one window trying to watch the match. Now, every now and then, some of us got lucky and were invited into the sitting room to sit on the carpet to watch the match.
Okay.
One Sunday, it was Ghana's version of El Clasico. It was a big match between Accra House of Folk and Kumasi Asante Kotoko. We had about 30 of us packed into the sitting room and over 50 others at the window. The man of the house was a very wealthy man who was also very warm, a very warm person. But like most of the fathers at South Centreso in those days, he had very little formal education. He was usually not home on Sunday afternoons. But on this particular Sunday afternoon, he came in when the game was on. He was not upset that there were so many of us in the sitting room, but the room was stuffy and quite uncomfortable, as you could imagine.
Sure.
He took in the situation and said, "Look, some of you should go out so that the room will be a bit congested, okay?" And he said that in Chi. Mumu bimpie na ahanya congested kakrawai. And Winston, that is one of the things that surprised me in life. Why do those who are not very good with the English language insist on using big words? I had the privilege of hearing Professor Kofi Abrifa Buzia deliver a speech.
Okay.
This was a Fulbright scholar and an Oxford don, and yet his English was simple and did not contain big words. I also had the privilege of hearing Professor Sinanu of the English department at the University of Ghana, Legon, speak. And his English was simple, no big words. I've heard highly educated people speak, and in all cases, they use simple words. But I've also heard people with very little education speak, and noted how they love to show off with big words, and often wrongly. That brings me to the second thing that surprises me in life.
Mm-hmm.
Why do poor people try to live more expensively than rich people? Listen, I am close to some really rich people, and they hate to waste money.
Sure.
They insist on value for money every time. They keep a very simple lifestyle, and they don't try to impress anybody with their wealth. Many of the truly rich people I know keep a very low profile. Those who are poor, on the other hand, love to give the impression that they are rich. They don't mind borrowing just to give that impression. My rich friends will never borrow just to impress. What my rich friends cannot afford, they will not do. What they cannot afford, they do not buy. One of them said to me, I bought a car only when I could afford to buy two. That was when he bought a car.
Hey.
When you find a rich man through a lavish party, it is because he has made provision for it and could afford to throw 5 of such parties back to back. A poor person sees that lavish party and wants to copy it, but he has to borrow to throw that party and will spend the next year or so struggling to pay the loan off.
Mm-hmm.
My former boss, Mr. Kofi Nsiapoku, lived for years in a 2-bedroom boys' quarters, but he had built a 3-story factory and office complex.
Wow.
His counterparts, who were not doing a fraction of his business, lived in mansions, put up with loans, and while they operated from small rented shops. And that is my surprise. Why are those who are poor so insistent on living big and expensively, way beyond their means, when the rich have no problem living simple and cost-effective lives, totally within their means? You know, those who have it don't have to show off, and those who know don't brag. And when you hear a barrel making the most noise, then you know it is empty. And I would say that is my presentation this morning.
Thank you very much, Uncle Boateng. On the first bit about those who do not have a good grasp of the English language, trying all the time to speak English, and the fact that you've had persons from the English department. One of the things you'd learn, Uncle, is that the choice of words, your diction is dependent on, say, the scope of discourse, tenor of discourse, and so, for instance, you're looking at what you're discussing would influence the words that you use. So, in a general conversation, you're expected to speak in a way that makes sense, in a way that everybody can understand. Because if you speak and I do not understand, you've not communicated. And so, it's the reason those who have an understanding of English would speak for everybody to understand and not use words that people cannot understand. Because if I keep asking you, what are you saying? What are you saying?
Yeah.
It means you're not communicating. And even the relationship...
Yeah, but that is not just... this... I love to attend the lectures of the Ghana Academy of Arts and Science.
Yeah.
And yes, and you hear these professors speak, deliver speeches, and neat English but simple words.
Exactly.
I've also been to other places and heard people who don't hold a candle to these professors speak. And every other word, every other sentence, you are reaching out for your dictionary.
Yeah, sometimes you answer that question with a rich man's story. The people who are rich, they don't show off. Those who know,
no, they don't show off.
Those who know don't show off. Those who want to belong will try, and that's what the problem is.
Anyway, thank you very, very much for joining us with Food for Thought. We're counting down to your birthday. That's 20th July.
20th July.
Yes, okay. We're counting down. 20th July is on a Sunday. Oh, how I wish it would fall on a Monday. But it's Sunday, so we'll take it like that. The Monday would have Food for Thought. Anyway, thank you very, very much, Uncle White, for joining us with Food for Thought.
You're welcome.
And which means we can now bring you the Business Minute, and it's brought to us by Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG, we stand with you, and Anointed Engineering Services, the generator experts.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you and Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts. Government will, in the coming days, start drawing down the $367 million IMF cash from the Bank of Ghana. Finance Minister Dr. Kassala Tuforsen is targeting to recapitalize all government-owned commercial banks by next year. Government has already taken the lead with National Investment Bank with some 1.4 billion cedis. The Chamber of Bulk Oil Distributors has said that prices of petroleum products are likely to remain stable at the pumps in the next price window, even if the 1 cedi fuel levy is imposed from July 16. And US President Donald Trump says he's planning to impose a 50% tax on goods made in Brazil, escalating his fight with the South American country. And that's the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you and Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM.
And of course, Anointing Engineering Services Limited is into the sales of ultra-silent, fuel-efficient diesel generating sets. Sizes range from 5 kVA to 3000 kVA at competitive prices. So for every generator you acquire, you will enjoy a 5-year warranty. They also undertake maintenance and repairs of all kinds of diesel generating sets. So the services are quite a lot, but not limited to the ones I'm about to tell you about, because they have the 24-hour emergency services, they have the sale of genuine spare parts, they equally have the reliable rental services, as well as professional advice and sales of tower lights and rental. So you just have to make your way to Pokwasi White House if you're in and around that area, because that's where the latest branch is. They're opposite the Eco Block, and then the head office is at number 77 Anointed House on the main Odoko Malam Highway near Odoko traffic light. So they have 21 branches nationwide. That's what you need to keep in mind. So just be on the lookout for the Anointed Electricals shop near you. They're into skills training as well. They have a training school that trains students on generator sets and also plants, auto mechanics, electricals, and also controls, as well as solar installations. 80% practicals, 20% theory. That's what they're giving you. And if you're interested in receiving some training from them, now's the time to call them. 0243 480 334. You can equally reach them on 0540 109 493 for more information. Anointed, the generator experts.
And on big stories this morning, brought to us by Republic Bank, we're the one for you, and Telecel Connecting Energies. Our focus is on our roads, and this morning we're going to be joined by the Deputy Minister of Roads and Highways. That's the Honorable Al-Hassan Suhini, who will be joining us shortly. So big stories brought to us by Republic Bank, we're the one for you, Telecel Connecting Energies, and Prudential Bank, truly dependable.
So let's speak about Republic Bank, guys, because you need to listen up. When Republic Bank says they are the ones for you, they mean they are actually the one for you. That's why they are introducing and telling you about that reduced CD mortgage interest rate. Even further, they are going further to a new low in the teens. So that means that you can now afford your dream house or your next one for less. But don't wait. This offer is only available for a limited time, and if you already have a mortgage with your bank, you can switch to Republic Bank now and enjoy the exciting deals that they have on offer. Visit any of the Republic Bank branches near you. Send an email as well to myhome@republicghana.com. You can Also call 0540 109 649 for more information. If you're in Kumasi or any parts of the Ashanti region, call 0540 109 901 for more information. Republic Bank, we're the ones for you.
And today at the Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research, University of Ghana, their conference center, there will be the launch of the Ghana Social Development Outlook 2024. So it's happening at 10 a.m. The launch of the Ghana Social Development Outlook at the ISA Conference Facility, University of Ghana. So you're invited. You should be there. But of course, it's your birthday today. So happy birthday, Eunice Maupamo Chikata. Now, your beauty lights my world, your intelligence inspires me daily, and your caring heart makes life truly special. I'm incessantly grateful for you, as from your husband, Yao, to you, Maupemo. But also, it's a birthday of a special person, so happy birthday to our super loyal listener of the Super Morning Show and of Joy. That's Doris Victoria Na Ashrifia Kojo, who lives in Tesano and is a member of the Ithran Mission International based in Sakaman. We wish you a glorious day. So happy birthday to you, Doris Victoria Na Ashrifia Kojo. Happy birthday to you, and thank you so much for being part of the Super Morning Show family. But this exciting news from Telecel. More data, same price. Telecel bundle locations have been reviewed and now offers you 10% more data at the same old price. In addition, your favorite 400 Ghana cedis data bundle location has increased from 190 gigabytes to 250 gigabytes and does not expire. This means you can you get to enjoy more data at no extra cost. Simply dial star 700 hash or star 530 hash to access a variety of unbeatable data deals on Telecel. Don't miss out on these enhanced offers. Stay connected with Telecel today. Telecel, connecting energies.
And welcome to the Seamless Bank with the Prudential Bank mobile app. Now perform instant transactions, link mobile money wallets, and also scan your GHQR code to pay, and also manage your cards, transfer money between banks, and do so much more at Prudential Bank and with a new app. So no more banking hours. Experience simple, secure and convenient banking wherever you are 24/7. Download the Prudential Bank mobile money app now. It's a mobile app that you should be downloading from the Apple App Store and also Google Play Store. They have the Huawei App Gallery as well. That's a place you can get one. So visit the Prudential Bank website as well, or social media platforms for more information. Prudential Bank, truly dependable.
Great, so let's get into our social media messages now. Let's get interactive here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And this morning, we're joined by the Deputy Minister of Roads and Highways. And I know you've got concerns, okay? Get on to X, use the hashtag JoySMS. Ask all your questions about roads and get on to WhatsApp also 055-1111-997. Social media messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to us by number 10 Liver Salt, a refreshing relief, and EcoBank, the Pan-African.
And we know that every day people face different emergencies. It could be a police emergency, fire emergency, medical emergency, you name it. But many Ghanaians don't know their emergency numbers. So here's one that you'd want to remember. Star 770 hash. Star 770 hash. Yes, that's the EcoBank money emergency number. So with star 770 hash, it gives you instant access to loans, fund transfers, utility bill payments, airtime, data purchases, and so much more. So you don't need the internet for this. All you have to do is to dial star 770 hash. That's the code to remember. No need to panic in any time of money emergency. EcoBank will always come to your rescue. Don't forget, star 770 hash now for solutions to your money emergencies. EcoBank is the Pan-African bank.
All right, so stay with us. When we return after these messages, we get into a conversation about your roads here on the Super Morning Show with Deputy Roads and Highways Minister Al-Hassan Suhini. We'll be right back after these.
On the go, night or day. BBL up is the easiest way. Bank secure, bank with ease. Right at your fingertips, bank is a breeze. BBL app making banking so clear. Anytime, anywhere, we're here. Safe, secure, banking for you. BBL app, simple and true.
Welcome to the future of banking. The Prudential Bank mobile app. Bank secure anytime, right from your phone. access your accounts 24/7, perform instant transactions, pay bills, link mobile money wallets, scan and pay with GHQR, manage your cards, make seamless GIP interbank transfers, all with ease. No more banking hours. Take control and app your banking. Experience simple, secure and convenient banking. Download the PBL mobile app now. PBL mobile app. App your banking.
Small money day, big money day, where too much money day. Telecel too much money promo drop. If you dial *500#, then join them. For the Telecel too much money promo inside, you will win 100 Ghana cedis cash for the daily draws, 20,000 Ghana cedis for the weekly draws, then 1.2 million Ghana cedis for the grand draw inside. That be 1.2 million Ghana cedis. You for just reload airtime, then get points wey fit make you win. Make you dial *500# or go the Telecel Play app top. Then book inside riders give the Telecel too much money promo. Terms and conditions apply.
Telecel, connecting energies.
This promo will be NLA way they regulate them for the Caritas Lottery platform top.
Still unbeatable. Republic Bank has slashed the city mortgage interest rate to a new low. That means it's more affordable to own your dream home. You enjoy lower monthly installments, save on interest payments, flexible loan arrangements, and more. Make the move. Own your home at a lower teen interest rate. But hurry, this offer lasts for a limited time. Visit any Republic Bank branch or send email to myhome@republicghana.com or call Accra 054 0109 649. Kumasi 054 0109 to apply today and enjoy a teen interest rate. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
We shouldn't have gone to that party.
Masa, my head is killing me. Is that your stomach?
Yes.
What did you eat?
I don't know.
Get rid of your gastric problems with number 10 liver salt. Number 10 gives you quick, effective relief from nausea, indigestion, heartburns, hangovers, and hyperacidity. And with different fruity flavors such as orange and lemon, it's a pretty tasty way to end an uncomfortable situation. Number 10 liver salt from Ernest Chemist, because everyone needs a chemist.
This advert has been vetted and approved by FDA.
EcoBank Mobile, they make me say, oh yeah. EcoBank Mobile, they make me crazy. Download it, then use it. It gon' make your life so easy, yeah. Oh yeah, download it. You gon' enjoy it. In my rhyming check. In my rhyming check. Come make a download them for you. Cause you can pay bills, you can buy credit. You can pay school fees, even chest tights with the Apple. EcoBank Apple. Charlie J. Nabu. Life is easy with the EcoBank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the EcoBank mobile app. You know it's 5-star life with EcoBank. Kim promise.
Are you tired of rising fuel costs and frequent service and maintenance draining your budget? Are you a transport business thinking of the best eco-friendly and cost-saving option for a car? Then switch to the Cerio Nano 3 electric vehicle. The Cerio Nano 3 EV is proudly marketed and distributed in Ghana by Anointed Engineering Services Limited. The sleek Cerio Nano 3 electric vehicle, with its advanced technology and high performance, emits zero emissions because it does not run on fossil fuels. No need to worry about a charging station because you can charge your Cerio at home directly by plugging into the socket. The Cerio Nano 3 electric vehicle offers unmatched comfort, interior design, fast charging, long-lasting battery, and a portable digital ultra-silent genset for backup charging no matter your power situation anywhere. Visit our brand new and ultra-modern showrooms in Accra and Kumasi. Kumasi. In Kumasi, Asukwa, in front of the TAT yard on the Ak Mayanka Road. Call our hotlines on 0544 340589 and 0243 480 334. Anointed also stocks genuine spare parts and delivers after-sales services 24/7 for our Serial Nano 3 EVs. The Serial Nano 3 electric vehicle. Experience a legacy of luxury modernized. Serial EV. Go electric.
Frustrated with outdated banking experiences? You deserve an app that makes your life easier, not harder. Say hello to the CBG mobile app, your new cool way to handle everything banking. With biometric security, lightning fast mobile money access, and one-touch bill payments, banking has never been this smooth. Stop imagining when you can live a life where your entire banking world is in your pocket, ready whenever you need it. No stress, no fuss. Don't settle for less. Experience a more superior, convenient way of banking today with the CBG mobile app. Banking made cool, fast and secure. Welcome to the good life. CBG. We stand with
And you're still live here on the Super Morning Show. It's, of course, bringing us to 17 after 8 here on the Super Morning Show. And of course, let me tell you about Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited, your number one supplier of quality office essential equipment and also furniture at affordable prices. They are now introducing an online store for you for your shopping convenience. This will mean that you can now simply log on to kingdomstoreonline.com without physically coming to any of the offices or branches near you. It's hassle free. They'll arrange delivery to your homes and offices within a reasonable time. And what's happening as well is that they offer delivery services within Accra and Tema, so they accept payments via Momo across all networks, and terms and conditions do apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability is the hallmark. So just prepare to make that purchase online. It's at kingdomstoreonline.com, and then if you're within Accra and Tema, they would get your delivery to you. But speaking about delivery services, if the roads are not too fine, then obviously your delivery may get to you in 2 days. But that's not what we are praying for. Guess who is joining us in studio now? The Deputy Minister responsible for roads and highways, the Honorable Alhaji Suhuyini, joining us this morning. Honorable, it's good to see you.
My brother, thank you very much. But what a way to start about deliveries.
Deliveries need to get there on time.
Good morning to our listeners. And good morning to you, to the production team and the entire staff of Joy FM. It's been a long time.
I know. And when you say good morning, it reminds people of a lot, especially on radio. So before competition beats us to this one, we don't want to have you saying good morning all the time, because it will remind people of the times they used to hear you on radio, hear all the agenda that you've been setting and all of that.
Agenda setting. I hope you won't set an agenda for me. Yes.
But anyway,
thank you for having me this morning.
The Honorable Alaji Sweeney will be with us for this morning. Many of you have sent us your messages on WhatsApp asking about the roads. You've had from the roads minister himself address the press on some commitments that have been made to our roads, yet we haven't seen any improvement. So he has set the record straight, giving us a sense of what may happen now that the NDC administration has taken over. But what's the timeline? How will it be done? What should be done? And what feedback do you equally have for government as well? That's why, of course, we are excited that the Deputy Minister is joining us in studio to respond to all of these concerns. I want us to listen briefly to the Minister raise some key points, and then we'll take your messages. Then, of course, we'll zoom into the conversation.
I also want to bring to the attention of the public what we came to inherit. At the time of transition, we are told that majority of road contractors were actually off-site, simply because they did some work, raised certificates, and were not paid. Some of them as far back as 2018, their certificates were not honored. And so whilst they borrowed money, put in the work, and were not paid, it was not feasible for them to continue to work. At the time of transition, we are told that the amount of money owed contractors is about 21 billion Ghana cedi. So you can imagine the scale of the problem we have in terms of why contractors are not on site. At the same time, government has contracted works to the tune of over 100 billion Ghana cedis. So it is no difficult to see why we have so many construction sites dotted around the country with contractors physically not on site. I personally don't believe contractors vacate sites simply because, or majority, because they don't want to work. That is not the case. In many of the cases, they are not on site because they've worked and not been paid. Though there's evidence that some contractors also got job and never turned up on site to even do the work at all. What have we done since then? You will notice that we have gone around the country, visited contractors, and encouraged them to work. And I must take the opportunity to thank all those contractors that, though we owe them money, have gone back to site, and as I speak, some of them continue to work. And I must also say that on daily basis, we get distress calls from across the country of roads that have been cut off by rains and bridges that have been washed off. And we constantly, day and night, call upon very patriotic contractors who have gone in there to remedy some of these challenges without any fanfare at all. Now, we are at a stage where we needed to have a strategy as to how we address the debt that we have at the ministry, deal with how we complete the ongoing projects, and also address the issues of what the NDC promised during the electioneering campaign in line with the National Development Planning Framework, our manifesto, and the aspirations of Ghanaians, and the general health of the economy. What have we done since? We have tasked a group in the ministry to review the project portfolio, the over 100 billion cedi project portfolio. I must say that the preliminary report I have, based on that, suggests that we can actually take off a number of those projects off the portfolio, simply because some projects awarded in 2015, 2016, 2017, and the contractors never turned up on site. In 2025, those projects couldn't have been regarded as projects still active. So we can take them off, repackage them, and see the way forward in terms of re-engaging new contractors. We have also done some work together with Ministry of Finance to clarify the 21 billion that we owe contractors, how we are going to pay that. And you notice the Finance Minister during the budget suggested that the Auditor General was vetting some of the claims made by contractors. I am aware that the road section of the Auditor General's work is largely complete now, and that is why the Minister of Finance is making preparations to commence retiring some of the debt we owe contractors. My brothers and sisters, we owe 21 billion Ghana cedi to road contractors. If you see the budget that was approved in Parliament, there's been an allocation for monies to retire arrears, old contractors, and then money set aside to do routine maintenance works.
Morning Show.
And you're still live here on the Super Morning Show, bringing us to 24 after 8. And of course, we still have the Deputy Minister responsible for roads and highways here. So it will be interesting to hear your thoughts as well. Send us your comments and then we'll put that to him. But it's really shocking to know that some payments have been made and yet people are not even showing up to work, Winston.
Well, that's actually the challenge. And so once that Hassan Suhin is here, good morning. Once again, thank you very much for joining us. He gets to provide answers to all of these. I mean, help us understand. 21 billion cities. I'm sure if you ask people, the surprises, where are the roads?
And that's a very fair question to ask. And perhaps that is why I think it is important I start by, assuring the listening public that we are the Minister of Roads and Highways, my boss and I, appreciate the level of frustrations that people go through. In fact, some of us live in these communities where we have to use these terrible roads to go to work. And so we appreciate the frustrations. We appreciate the distress that people, are enduring, especially in this season when it starts raining. I mean, the conditions of the roads just become worse, and that is why my minister doesn't sleep over these things, and he has made it almost impossible for all of us at the ministry to even have good night's sleep, because he's sending messages to people late in the night. He's holding meetings at 6 a.m. in the offices with all the directors, just looking at how we can in the interim provide some remedial interventions where necessary and where possible to create the necessary ease, even as we plan to undertake the big projects that will help reduce the problems that we all face on our roads as far as the condition of the roads is concerned to a bearable level, the frustration to a bearable level. And yes, the question is a very fair one to ask. 21 billion Ghana cedis, that's what we inherited. And you are talking about a ministry that averagely gets about 3 billion Ghana cedis allocated to it yearly. And within a period of time, you have this, debt handed over to you. It's like hot potatoes, but it is not in our position to lament and to complain. It is the reason why the people of Ghana perhaps trusted President Mahama and the NDC, and that is the reason why we are focused on ensuring that we do not make mistakes even in the way we settle these areas. So we first of all carried out an audit using the technical directors at the various agencies and the ministries. And one of the things we noticed, for example, is that you had contracts awarded under the maybe with the intention to use a particular fund, say the road fund, to pay, but somewhere along the line, people had the opportunity to transfer these contracts to the finance ministry, and then the minister spoke about it on Tuesday when he addressed the press, and sometimes through influence, they get paid at the finance ministry, and the debt still sits on the books of, say, road fund.
Hold on a minute.
So you have one certificate.
Yes. Let me just understand that.
Yeah.
You have a road
Yeah.
that is to be funded by the road fund.
By the road fund, yes.
Now, that particular road is transferred to the Ministry of Finance.
Yes.
To be paid for by which fund, and it still sits on the road fund's, books.
So that was something that happened, and based on this audit, based on this audit finding, a conversation has begun between the Ministry of Roads and the Ministry of Finance, and the two ministers are speaking to each other to see how there can be a reconciliation and a way to stop that from happening, so that you don't have a situation where people can even make double claims on the same certificate.
Yeah, because my little understanding of accounting, if you're moving this expenditure item to another place, so for instance, if it's on the books of the road fund, and that is no longer going to be there, and you now expect that amount of money to be paid for by, say, the Ministry of Finance, because you probably would get more money so you can pay it immediately, you'd have to debit the allocation made at the road fund, take it to the Ministry of Finance.
Winston, if you listen to me, I said that based on the influence that people had. So it was not a structure that was put in place to ensure the transfer, where there is communication between the two agencies, where one can credit the left side of the book and debit the right side of the book. There was nothing like that. It was based on influence peddling, and people use that influence.
And I would say that that's why the audit process was necessary. But now we would want to learn much more about the details and some of the issues that are emerging, because the sector minister, Honorable Kwame Gavin-Agbodza, spoke extensively about that, I believe, during the news conference. But for the benefit of those who did not hear all of that, that's why we have the benefit of the Deputy Minister to break all of those issues down, and the assurance coming through from the President that payments will begin. But Winston, before we get into that, we need to ask this question: that have you ever thought about the true convenience and what it means for you? Let's keep it simple. Convenience is finding easy solutions to everyday hassles. And speaking of easy solutions, have you heard about the M-Care from MTN and MedPharma? That's convenient healthcare for everyone. So let's face it, being sick is no fun, and neither is waiting in long queues for healthcare. But with M-Care, all that hassle disappears. So with the silver and gold packages, you get to choose between 10 and 161 Ghana cedis per month to enjoy access to a doctor anytime, anywhere, and an efficient e-pharmacy and medication delivered to your doorstep. And guess what? It comes with a life insurance cover for hospitalization, death, and health insurance depending on your package. Unbelievable, right? So now I ask you, what's more convenient than this? So download the that's the MedPharma app to sign up to the silver or gold packages that MTN has for you. And speaking about what MTN has for us, there's so much more, including what of course Winston will be telling you about later on the show. But we still have the Deputy Minister for Roads and Highways, the Honorable Alhaji Suhini, with us in studio, and many of you are sending in your comments. Keep them coming through, and then we'll definitely put them across.
Good. So this week, a lot of people have been asking the question about, have been complaining about their roads. So now that we're asking where the roads are, let me just get straight into it. We know in Sawam Pokuasi Road, it's in such a deplorable state. Now, I was actually sent the state of the road when it rains. Is it one of the priority roads, now that the president is talking about a release of some 4 billion Ghana cedis, that would be fixed this year? The residents on that stretch would want to know.
Absolutely. I mean, it's one of the priority roads at the ministry, and we also are very concerned about the nature of the road. The minister himself has driven on it unceremoniously a couple of times, just so that he can, assess the concerns and complaints that he has been receiving, especially on social media, for himself. And based on that, we've had a couple of meetings with the contractor on site, and we, on those occasions, urge the contractor to at least make the deplorable areas a bit motorable for the motoring public, because you see, as part of every contract, it is the responsibility of the contractor on site to maintain sections of the road that are still being used by motorists, so that to a point where the frustration that the motorists will face will be reduced to a bearable level. So even though we owe the contractor not much, though, we still have over the period urge them to maintain those roads. But you know, the uncertainty with change in government is what many contractors were feeling in the beginning of this year. But based on the engagements that we have had with many of them, they have come to understand the direction and the focus of the minister, and they are beginning to respond. So as at last Monday, we received reports that the contractor had started improving sections of that road, and a number of motorists have also testified to this. In fact, the day the minister was having the press conference, the Concerned Drivers Union was present with us and testified that the contractor had returned to site and was working to improve sections of the road that had deteriorated so badly over the period.
But it appears that residents are running out of patience. I'm sure you've heard by now that many of them are lacing their boots to hit the streets and to protest over the failure to complete that road project.
Their frustration is completely understandable, and it is within their right to engage in whatever manifestation that is within the law to demonstrate how frustrated they are. And so we at the ministry, do not have any problem at all whatsoever with the intention to go on a demonstration. However, we have been working behind the scenes with the contractor to improve sections of the road, and the report we are getting is that improvement has begun. And so we just hope that they will take the efforts being made into consideration by the ministry and the contractor, even as they intend to embark on this demonstration. But
have you given the contractor timelines to work with?
So the contractor already has a timeline within which he's supposed to finish the work, and because of the delay in payment, the contractor sort of reduced his presence on the road and the activities that were carried out on the road, but with the assurance by no less a person than the president himself that this is a priority road. And this is not the first time we are encountering some of these challenges, especially in the road sector. We've had situations in the past where government initiated such, critical and very, very essential road projects without dedicated funding for those projects. And so when a new government comes into office, like it has happened, it now becomes a responsibility of that new government to find a way of continuously funding those projects to complete them. You remember in 2000, yes.
Timeline is important because the people are running out of patience. At least you've put in place an interim measure.
Yeah.
I'm talking about that interim measure. Do you have a timeline for the contractor to at least improve the situation on that stretch?
Oh, yes. I mean, what we have done is that we are hoping that as he is engaged in the improvement, we will, in the process, release some funds.
You're struggling to give the exact date.
No, you see, I don't want us to think of a different timeline from the timeline that the contractor already has to complete the project. I mean, maintaining the road to improve its usage is already part of the existing contract. So if you urge the contractor to improve the situation of the road, it is within the framework of the contract, and he has started. So it's not like we are giving him 1 week to start, or we are giving him 2 weeks to start. We asked him to start the improvement. He has started the improvement, and along the line we are assured that monies will be released to him so that he will continue with the construction and not even the improvement. Because at the end of the day, what the people want is a completed road project and not just an improved, situation. And that is what we are focused on, even as we do the interim measure of improving the situation now until such a time that the contractor will be well resourced enough to complete it within the existing time frame that he has.
And speaking about payments itself, there are doubts as to whether or not government will honor its obligations. You already have some debt waiting, sitting on the table, and you would wonder if government would proceed to make further payments. The finance minister has indicated that he would only release payments based on an audit and a certificate of commencement of work. Right. That's his technical explanation to what's happening and why the delay is taking place. Right. Is that to say that some of these contractors may not have their monies paid perhaps this year?
No, everyone who is owed and has a genuine claim on government will certainly be paid. It may not be this year, the payment may not be full, but at every time that funds are available, they will be paid. Now, I was talking about the need for us to establish dedicated funds for some of these very important projects. In 2009, you remember when President Mills took over, we had the Gang of Four.
Yes.
If you were in the media, you would have, you can easily recall how topical it also became. I mean, the Medina, then the N1, Endofanko. I mean, those were the Gang of Four. Again, they were started, but there was no dedicated fund for its completion, and so the government of Ghana had to take it on board and complete. And this is the same thing that His Excellency President Mahama is trying to do with the Ofanko and other projects.
But talking about
it's been put on the Big Push project, so that at least it can be funded through funds.
Completion
that
of that road was supposed to be this year.
Yes.
So when will it be completed now?
So because of the delay, obviously, I think that there is an extension. I mean, the original, I don't remember the extension, but I know that the original completion date was, I think, this year, August.
Yes.
Is that it? Yes. But because of the delay, obviously, there's going to be an extension for the contractor. But the contractor is still assuring that if he gets funds, he may still be able to complete it in August.
You say the contractor will get funds?
We are very sure that he will get funds. But I am being practical, thinking that because of the delay, they may need time.
So let me just do it this way. Is he one of the contractors that are going to be paid with the 4 billion?
I can't speak to that. What I can say is that every contractor that is owed and has a legitimate claim and have been verified will be supported.
What is influencing priority for you? Because the question Winston was asking borders on priority, isn't it? These are very, top, that should be top priority for you in terms of the road projects that you want to run. So what's influencing your priority decision as of now?
So what is influencing our priority obviously are the usual things that influence our priority at the ministry. I mean, you need roads that will ensure that transportation of goods and people, and if you look at that road, for example, the traffic there is huge.
So I mean,
yes, it's a priority road, no doubt about that. So I mean, it's the road is one of the very popular exits from Accra and entry into Accra. One of the very popular from all over the country. So it's a priority road, no doubt about that. And the contractor, like many other contractors who are also on very critical roads, in the country, will be prioritized and will be given support to continue those critical projects across the country.
When we come back after this break, we still have the Honorable Al-Hassan Suhini here with us. When we come back after this break, we're going to find out the other priority road projects.
Right.
Stay with us here on the Super Morning Show. But of course, note also that your questions are part of the conversation. Get on to X, use the hashtag JoySMS, and then on WhatsApp 055 1111 997. We'll be right back.
Junior, your school bus will soon get here. Hurry up.
Mommy,
My hand is aching me and I'm feeling cold. Honey, Junior's temperature is too high and he feels feverish.
Oh, baby. So you didn't give him the Encamol paracetamol syrup that I gave you the last time?
Oh, no, I forgot.
Okay, you know what? It's not too late. Just give him Encamol and he'll be fine in no time. Encamol paracetamol syrup, a strawberry-flavored paracetamol syrup, and it's specially made for children aged 3 months to 12 years. It helps manage pain like headaches, teething pain, and fever. And guess what? Because of the strawberry flavor, the kids enjoy taking it.
I can tell from the way he's licking his lips. And look at how he's dumping around. Hurry up and go to school, Junior.
Yes, now you can get Encamol paracetamol syrup in all pharmacy shops. For bulk purchase, go to NK Pharma head office, Abelinkwe, or call 050-658-8315. This advert is FDA approved.
Looking for a university that sets you apart? Academic City University offers world-class undergraduate programs in engineering, business, informatics, and communication arts. And that's not all. We now offer master's degrees in data science and cybersecurity designed to meet today's global tech demands. Learn with purpose and lead with impact on a modern campus with hands-on learning and international faculty. With over 15 student ventures created and graduates placed in top roles both in Ghana and abroad, Academic City University is where future leaders are made. Call now on 054-824-3844. That's 054-824-3844. Academic City University, educating future-ready leaders.
The National Service season is here again. The National Service Authority, the NSA, is requesting all private corporate organizations and interested entities that wish to host national service personnel for the 2025-2026 service year to put in a formal request to the authority in line with the government's plan to empower individual businesses, SMEs, local and international companies in Ghana. This year's postings are private sector focused. Organizations are required to state in writing the number of service personnel required and the desired academic qualifications. All requests must be written on official letterhead, must indicate the organization's official address, email, phone numbers, and location. Submission channels are the web and email submissions. Requests must be submitted electronically via email to request@nss.gov.gh or www.myflair.africa. Also, physical submissions. Letters should be addressed to Deployment Unit, National Service Authority Secretariat, 46 Patrice Lumumba Street, Airport Residential Area, Accra, Ghana. Special requests or meetings. Agencies with special needs or requests for meetings are advised to contact the NSA Secretariat. Please send your request for a meeting to deployment@nss.gov.gh. All requests must reach the NSA Secretariat on or before 30th July 2025. The National Service Authority, innovative deployment, developing prospects for the future.
When I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth with Kale Charcoal toothpaste. This gives me confidence all day.
Anytime you meet Amma, don't be surprised I smile showing my beautiful white teeth because I don't have cavity thanks to Kale Charcoal toothpaste for its natural charcoal properties. In fact, we are like twins. I can't go without my Kale Charcoal toothpaste.
That be why I dey use Kale Charcoal toothpaste morning and night when I dey go bed safe. It dey make my teeth white when it dey comot every scent from my mouth inside. My confidence level they go up, so I dey show my 32 teeth all.
Introducing the Kale Charcoal toothpaste, formulated with activated bamboo charcoal powder, ensures whiter teeth and removes bad breath. The strong natural property of the activated bamboo charcoal removes bacteria, absorbs surface stains on our teeth caused by coffee, wines, and tobacco. Welcome, Kale Charcoal toothpaste. Kale Charcoal toothpaste, Sankofa Yenchi.
Kale, happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved.
More Cerelac for your city, more goodness for your baby. What are we talking about? The new 300-gram Cerelac wheat pouch. It's the same great Cerelac you love, now in a convenient 300-gram pouch for easy refilling of your Cerelac tin. Get the new 300-gram Cerelac wheat pouch today to refill, save, and smile. More goodness, less cost. Cerelac, care for them. Count on us. This advert is FDA approved.
Hello, Ghana. It's a new year and Bill's Microcredit is here to support your dreams. If you're not working but want to start a business, don't let money stop you. With just your Ghana card, you can get a loan to turn your ideas into reality. Already running a business? Need more capital? Or are you a salary worker looking for extra funds? Bills offers fast and easy loans with no collateral, no deposit, and no SUSI savings required. Wherever you are, whatever you need, Bills makes it happen. Call Bills Microcredit today. Call 0596 920 833 or 0302 200 390 and get started. Bills is licensed and regulated by the Bank of Ghana. Bills, financing your needs. Terms and conditions apply.
Samsung Kick-Up promo is here. The more the city appreciates, the more we reduce the prices. Double price drop on Samsung LED FHD Smart TVs, UHD Smart 4K TVs, QLED Flat 4K, QLED 8K Neo TVs, and OLED TVs. Deal breaker alert! Buy Samsung OLED 65, 77, or 83 inches and get a free projector plus a whooping discount. Samsung Jiracool top and bottom mounted fridge at amazing deals that you don't want to miss. Buy a Samsung 1.5, 2.0 or 2.5 R40 inverter AC and get a free Wi-Fi breaker. Buy bespoke 4-door refrigerator and get a free glass panel. Buy 7 kg, 8 kg and 13 kg Samsung front and top load washing machines for exciting discounts that will make you smile. Rush to Electroland showrooms and authorized dealers across Ghana. Call 050-315-9739. Samsung Kickoff promo. It's a goal for savings.
DTI Jobs and Opportunities Fair 2025.
I'm going to find a job.
I'm looking for internship opportunities.
I'm looking for well-trained graduates for my business.
The Design and Technology Institute DTI Jobs and Opportunities Fair is a bold step towards bringing trained job seekers and industry together. Come and connect with well-trained youth and explore the job opportunities available in various industries. Be part of our internship matchmaking, skills exhibitions, and career treasure hunts at the DTI Jobs and Opportunities Fair 2025 on Friday 18th and Saturday 19th July at the City Conference Center on Legon campus. This event is brought to you by the MasterCard Foundation in partnership with DTI. Media partners include Multimedia Group and City FM. Call 053-651-9313 to register. DTI, wired for opportunities.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Right, so welcome back and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And this morning we're joined by the Deputy Roads and Highways Minister and Member of Parliament for Tamale North, the Honorable Hassan Suhini. He'll be answering your questions about our roads. So let's do it this way. How about the Eastern Corridor Road?
Yeah.
It's another major project. So, for instance, from the Kasang, Kwanta, Damanko site is in a terrible state.
Yeah.
What's happening to it?
So, before we went on break, you were asking me to name priority roads.
Yes,
but the difficulty with that, like I was telling you of, is that every road is priority based on who you are speaking to. And so it becomes difficult for one to go about listing what is priority. But we know roads that lead to productive areas. We know roads that, impact the economy greatly because of how much traffic is on it. And we know roads that also lead to our farmlands. I mean, that is why the ministry have these structures to guide which road is prioritized, given the limited resources that we have available. So for us in this government, we are looking at a number of roads that we think will cut across the whole country and almost, have utilization that will impact people, even if it is not passing through their hometown or their community. So the Eastern Corridor Road is one of it. I mean, remember how it was prioritized in President Mahama's first term, and unfortunately, when he left office, many of the contractors on that stretch of road were not prioritized by the previous government, and so they practically abandoned those projects. Myself and my minister and the technical directors have been on that road, and from the Pasa section all the way to the north, it is in such a deplorable situation when we acknowledge that. So it is one of the roads that have been captured under the Big Push project, and it will be funded by the Big Push funds. Okay. Now we also have the Western Corridor that also takes from Techiman all the way to Bole, Bamboy, then to Sola, all the way to Hamile. I mean, that's also priority, and that also casts through a number of communities and, if you like, regions. Because if you are taking it from Techiman, you are going to go through a number of regions, a number of communities, and the utilization will be will benefit many communities on that stretch. And so it is also priority, and it's also going to be under the Big Push project. Then we have the Upper Corridor. It is so sad, Winston, that in this country we do not have any road that is a first-class road linking two major cities. I mean, just think about it. There's no first-class road linking Accra to, say, Cape Coast, or Kumasi, or Ho, or Kumasi to Tamale. Or there's no such road. So the hope is that with the Upper Corridor, for example, we can link Wa to Bolga. Then we can also, with the president's idea of a new alignment between Accra and Kumasi, ensure that a first-class road, possibly done, within the PPP arrangement, will guarantee a direct linkage between Accra and Kumasi.
That road, for instance, the president talked about it on the 2nd of June or so.
Right.
When are we starting it, and when do we intend to complete it?
Well, so the engineering work is ongoing. There are, indications that some companies are expressing interest in partnering government to do it. Mind you, the president, even when he spoke about it, talked about the need for us to do it on a PPP arrangement, where it will be told, but we will maintain the existing alignment. That is the Ofanko road that we are speaking about. It will be improved, and it will exist for motorists to choose between the new alignment, which will be tolled, and the existing alignment, which will be toll-free.
And speaking about tolling, I think it's time for us to get into that aspect as well. Some experts share the view that will be the fastest way of, changing the face of our road networks across the country. What's the stance of this government on that, and what do you plan to do with tolling?
We have gone very far at the ministry to reintroduce tolling, and we want to do it to meet current trends. I mean, if you travel around the world, you do not find these toll booths that we used to have that are manned by people, creating traffic, creating pollution, and in some cases creating accidents because of the trading that usually used to take place at those toll booths. So we want to reintroduce it on a technological basis, so that it is going to be largely driven by technology, and you will not have those entrapments that we used to have on the roads anymore. And we have gone very far in selecting a partner to do that.
So you have some roads ready to be tolled?
We already have the toll roads. We hope that we'll complete more roads that will qualify to be tolled.
Because you recall that the collection ceased at some point.
Yes, I mean, but they remain roads that can be tolled. For example, the motorway is still a road that can be tolled. It's just the collection that ceases, and the intention to reintroduce it, especially as it is undergoing reconstruction, will not be a misplaced.
So speaking of that network, for instance, when will you resume collection?
When we are done with the exercise of selecting a partner that will help us introduce the electronic way of doing it.
So it's coming back.
It's coming back.
Okay, but I need to ask you about my Mpoho roads. Now, it's since 2017, one promise after the other has been promised multiple times, several times, but the road from Apoe to Mpoho is in such a deplorable state. Honorable Deputy Minister, when are you people going to construct that road?
So you have made the point that, in fact, you have reiterated the point I made earlier about the way to prioritize roads. It always depends on who you are talking to. So when you speak to Winston, in fact, Ofanko is not to be prioritized as his Mpoho road. Yes, and that is understandable, and that is why, when we started, I associated with the frustrations that many people are facing when it comes to the deteriorating nature of the roads, especially in this raining season. Because even if you have to fall in potholes in your community, in Accra here, to join a main road to get to work, it is that bad enough. So I can assure you, Winston, that just like many other roads that are of concern to many people across the country, Mpoho Road is a priority road, especially if you look at the resources that come from there. And some of the challenges with some of these roads are the kind of vehicles that ply those roads, and that is why the minister has been leading conversations with some of these companies that extract our resources and also haul big or if you like, they are big. They use big transport vehicles to ply these roads to help us in maintaining and improving some of our roads networks. So in Tema, for example, we are speaking to some of the companies that we know benefit from the use of these roads to help us do some of the roads that have deteriorated there. And in the mining communities also, in the timber-rich communities also, we'll be engaging many of these companies to see how a partnership with them can improve those road network for people like you to visit your family.
I'll be coming back regularly to you on the Mpoho Road.
No problem.
It's a priority road.
No
but let's activate the phone lines now.
Says Winston, it's a priority road.
It's a priority road. That's very, very important. Let's activate the phone lines now. Look, we want to give you the chance to ask your questions. 0302-216-541 and then 055-1111-997. The phone lines have been activated. But I mean, there's a question, for instance, that why do the various lots of the Eastern Corridor have different quality of finishes? Why do some portions have first-class asphalt and others don't? So if you look at it clearly, for instance, Dambai to Yendi to Tamale has been completed. The Dodikoper to Nandi junction finish is different from the Nandi junction to the Kpandai stretch. And the Kpandai to Wulensi seems different. Bimbala to Yendi is a first-class thick asphalt road. Why is this the case?
And so that is the reason why it is also very good to have a technical person leading a ministry such as the road ministry. I remember when we visited that stretch with my minister, that was the first observation he made. And together with the technical directors, they have been discussing as to how we can ensure that we have a uniform, state of road in the new ones that we are going to start. So that observation made there is correct, and the minister himself has taken note of it and has urged the directors to ensure that in the future we do not have.
In fact, I was going to bring up a question on introspection. Because looking at the promises the NDC made and the president made, and looking at the time that the president has, I mean President John Mahama, because at least that's where the social contract is standing now.
Right.
Do you feel that the president has sufficient time to address all of these road promises that you made?
I am absolutely confident in His Excellency President Mahama. And, the other day I heard him say that his intention is that by the end of this year, we should turn this country into a construction site.
Hold on 1 minute for me.
And I'm very confident that
because the phone lines
will lead us to do that.
We would ask also about the dualization of the Accra Kumasi route in detail. But the phone lines have been activated on 0302 216-541 and then 055-1111-997. Stan is in OUB. Stan, good morning. Hello, Stan.
Yeah, hello, can you?
Yes, we can hear you, Stan. Please go ahead.
I'm Sam. Good morning, Mr. Deputy Minister. So, I have just one request or plea I want to put before you and then to your ministry. And it is just that, you see, the roads and the quantum and the many roads we we know sometimes we can't do everything. But my request or my only advice is that let us charge the district assemblies and the municipal assemblies to at least use their own resources to grade or level up our inner roads for us. Whilst the government thinks about the bigger roads like the Kumasi, Accra Kumasi, and then in Poho and whatever, the inner roads are equally important. Within our communities, we are struggling. So the assemblies should tackle those ones for us so that we also be good to go. Thank
you very much, Sam in OUB. We can get to Peter T in Shukura. Peter T, good morning.
Good morning. Kojo, how are you?
Yes, Peter T. Winston here. I'm fine. Please go ahead.
Winston rather. Yeah. Honorable Suri.
Peter T.
My regards to you, Honorable Suri.
My old friend
he
Peter
sounds like
T.
he knows you.
Yeah, we know ourselves on radio.
Hello, wonderful work done, and I congratulate you guys. Honorable Suri, our community roads, that means that the road that we have in our areas, some have generated serious potholes, and others have also not been tied, and it's causing problem, especially when you come to Shukura and its environs, Tangasila, Latedio question and all those areas. And then also, I came from that was Tuesday, from Takwa, Winneba Road, and then to Takwa. In fact, some of the parts are so rough, and something must be done about it. If you can take care of those roads too, I'll be very happy. Thank
you very much,
Raphael is here
Peter T. Let's get to Raphael at Bung Katamansu.
Yeah, good morning.
Raphael, please reduce the volume on your radio set so we can hear you.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning, Raphael.
Yeah, I want to congratulate my minister. I used to hear him when he was in Radio Go.
Okay,
and
Raphael.
Then, yeah. He's somebody that I admire a lot, and he's doing well too.
Great.
So I just want to congratulate him, and then he should continue doing what is good for Ghanaians.
Okay, so let's. Thank you very much, Raphael. Let's get to Peter in Teshi. Peter, good morning. Hello, Peter. Good morning.
Morning, Wesley.
Yes, Peter. Please go ahead with your question.
How are you?
God is taking care of his children. I believe you're fine.
Mr. Sweeney.
Yes, Peter.
This is Peter here. You remember? Please, now they have blocked the one city levy. Please let a minister know that the roads should come back.
He's talking about
quickly.
The levy.
So we can get something. The roads are bad. The roads are bad. When you are going to Amasaman and go, you can't even drive on those roads. And the school children will wake up around 3:30 just to get the car to reach the school early. It's very, very bad. Please, we are begging.
Okay. Thank you very much, Peter. Let's get to Osu, where Will is. Will, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Yes, Will. Yes, please go ahead.
Good morning, Mr. Suwini. Honorable.
Good morning.
Yes, you guys are doing well. I think one of the things I've observed about this government is the consciousness of knowing that they are providing public service. I think that is a difference between this government and the previous government. And if you guys will continue this way, focus on the public, doing everything in the interest of the public, Ghana will win. Now, my major challenge, and others have spoken about it, is the inner roads. If we can fix our inner roads, it will take some burden off many of our highways, especially within the metropolitan districts. So let's look at and maintenance. There are times you see a small pothole. With time, you see that pothole expand and cut off major roads. So, as someone have said, the district, if there can be some kind of coordination, if it is about resourcing them, so that immediately we see the problems on the road, they are fixed. Within Accra, these concrete vehicles, what are we doing? These guys are spoiling our roads, and I'm surprised and these are major roads, especially for instance around the Emmanuel Eye Clinic on the Legon stretch. There are many highways, and some of these roads are even ceremonial highways. These guys peel the concrete on the road, and nothing is done. They don't scrap it. And we see them destroying our roads. Something should be done about it. We can't continue this way. And there is something going on. I don't know whether you are the right person to ask. On the GBC stretch, they are cutting the trees. I don't know if it's for expansion. We are hearing it's for billboard. If it is for billboard, let's look at it.
Okay.
This country, they just cut roads. When they are cut trees and they don't plant it back. Hitherto, you see that when they are constructing major roads, they plant trees along. But these days, they construct the roads and no trees are planted. Meanwhile, they will cut all the trees. So let's look at it around GBT.
All right. Thank you very much, Will Osu. Let's go to Tantra here where Daniel is. Daniel, good morning.
Good morning, Winston.
Yes, Daniel.
Honorable, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. I stay around Tantra Hill, between Sotom and Tantra Hill. And since 2005, where I moved into that area, the road has been bad since. And last year, just before the election, the former MP for the Trobu area, Moses Enim, came around with the former Deputy Minister for Roads to check the area. According to them, rumor has it that in the books, that area has been tarred. The road in the area has been tarred from Spot M to Tantra Hill to a place called Yellow House. But on the ground, the road is bad, very bad. It's not being done. I'd just like to find out from the Honorable Deputy Minister what the plans are for those areas, the community roads as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Daniel. Let's get to Kofi at Vane in the Volta region. Kofi, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. This is Kofi Talukuma, actually from Amajope.
Amajope, okay.
Yes. We are facing a very difficult time right now.
Okay, Kofi, go ahead. Hello, Kofi. Oh, we've lost Kofi. Kofi, please try and get in touch. Okay, we'd want to know what your problems are. You can also join us 0302 216 541 and then 055 1111997. Okay, we have the Deputy Minister, Roads and Highways in studio, so he'll be addressing all your questions. But, let me just get back onto the phone lines, and we'll get back to you shortly. Let's get to Ajiman Joseph in Tema Community 9. Ajiman Joseph, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us.
I hope you're doing well.
God is taking care of his children.
Thank God. I want to be free. The minister. I think before the resume office, they were handing over and taking it back. And I believe they went on the business and documentation.
Ajiman Joseph, I'm struggling to hear you.
Yeah, is it better now?
Yes, it's better now.
Okay. So, there were transition team which made sure that they will look at whatever previous government was doing and they will continue. So as we are now planning to invest into our roads, I think by this time some funds has been already for these roads to be continued. Second question is, what are they doing to the road tolls? Because previous government mistakenly scrapped the road tolls, which would have given government some money to continue our roads. What are they doing about this now?
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Ajiman Joseph. Let's get back to Kofi, who's in Amajofe. Kofi, good morning again.
Yeah, good morning. I'm back.
Yes, Kofi, go ahead.
We have a problem right now at Amajofe.
Mm-hmm.
Since the reduction of the transportation fares,
Mm-hmm.
the GPRC refused to give orders for the drivers to reduce the prices.
Okay.
From Accra to Amajofe is 60 cedis. And can you imagine Amajofe to Amajofe? At times they take 30 cedis, 45-minute drive, which is very bad.
Okay.
I understand the Minister of Roads and Transport is the one we are talking with.
Roads and highways.
Highways, okay.
The transport minister is not here.
But the road from Vanna to Amajofe is very bad. We need your help.
Okay. Yeah, Vanna to Amajofe.
And the reduction of the price. Up to now, they refuse to reduce the prices.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much, Kofi. We'll let the minister address your concerns for you. Ivy is in Adenta. Ivy, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
God is taking care of his children. How about you?
Yeah, as always, we thank God. Yeah, I wanted to ask the minister. I hope they have not forgotten the Eastern Corridor Road. It looks like we Boateng, we are being cut out from the cake. So they shouldn't forget and work on those roads for us.
Okay.
Secondly, the traffic issues in Accra. As a caller said, if they can work on the inner road, there will not be much traffic on the main road. At least before we wake up, we should see asphalt being done within our inner road so that it can ease us a little bit from the major road. Thank you very much. It's a good initiative, getting feedback from the citizens.
Thank you very much, Ivy. Let's go to Tema. Claude, good morning.
Good morning, Winston.
Yes, Claude.
Yes. Winston, my concern is about the articulated track that used the motorway. You know, in the past they were very small, but this time they are so big, so broad, bigger than the size of a container. You know, the 40-footer container, the width of it. Some of these Burkina Faso tracks, they've expanded the width of it, the length, and I don't know whether the policy on the axle weight on our roads have changed, because it's the same motorway that was constructed during Nkrumah's time. The tracks that were to ply on it are not as heavy as the tracks plying now. So I don't know whether those checking the axle weight are compromising the standards. I was told that the Burkina Faso tracks, when they get to their border at Burkina Faso, they will pack and offload some of their things before the truck can enter. How come they are using our roads and destroying our roads? So, roads minister, we need to check the axle weight of the trucks using our roads now. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Claude, which means we go to Afienya, where Moses will be our last caller for now. Moses, good morning.
Good morning, Wilson. Good morning to Honorable Deputy Minister of Roads and Transport.
Good morning, Moses.
Please, my suggestion is that the government will bring the road retool back temporarily and make money from it and fix our road for us. Can you imagine that a week the government can get revenue from the road to 200,000 Ghana cedis? How many road toll booths do we have in this country? So if we are going around crying that we don't have money, why you can fix the road so bad temporary and generate revenue to fix the road for us. Please, let to look at that angle too and come to our aid. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Moses.
That's why I was asking the question.
Yes, about the road tolls.
When that will happen,
yeah, so like I said, I mean, we are confident that it will be back before the end of the year because we are fast-tracking the processes and it is at an advanced stage. So I'm quite confident that the right partner will be selected and the company will deploy the technology that we think can best help us reduce the inconvenience that was associated with collecting the tolls in the past.
Are
and
you
also
mindful of
increase
the
revenue.
job opportunities there as well? Because the Disabled Federation, they've been asking that some of their members, work in some of these tolling stations.
Yeah, so it will all depend on the technology that will eventually be selected. Some of it will still require some human input at some point, and I'm sure that when that is the case, they will not be ignored.
Okay. When we return after these messages, the Honourable Minister will be addressing your questions, but also he'll be telling us, who manages the median of our roads. It's a question. So the GBC stretch, for instance, it says the trees are being cut. It'll be important to know the plans that we have. And also when it gets to, the various lots on the Eastern Corridor Road, for instance, I mean, what's the plans for standardization, for instance? So we know that everybody is constructing according to a certain standard.
Right.
Why is it the case that some first class, others not? All of these after these messages. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Spintex Plaza, where living and working blend seamlessly.
Spintex Plaza, the place to be. Furnished apartments feel so free.
Imagine coming home to a luxurious furnished apartment with everything you need.
Rooftop pool, swim under the sky. Rooftop bar where the good times fly. Rooftop gym, get fit and strong. Spintex Plaza, you can't go wrong.
Spintex Plaza, your home, your work, your lifestyle. Come see us today or call us on 0241 327 363. www.spintexplaza.net.
Electroland City.
Building or renovating? Look no further. At Interface Limited, we have everything you need to create stunning spaces.
Transform your interiors with our top quality plasterboards, acoustic ceilings, and cement boards.
Step into style with our exquisite laminate and engineered floors. And for your data centers, durable raised access floors.
Elevate your outdoor spaces with our WPC decking and fencing.
Protect your home with our beautiful and reliable roof shingles, insulation, canopies, and PVC fascia boards.
Add a touch of elegance with our beautiful POP cornices and roses.
Quality, affordability, and style all in one place. Building a better Ghana, one space at a time. Visit www.interfacelimited.net or call 0274 999 999.
Electroland City are picky, meaning another gargantuan price drop on top of all our existing discounts on Samsung, TCL, Media, and Nasco Electronics. This not double promotion against the dollar. Soskets! The minute the city appreciates with even a single digit, we continue to reduce prices. If the dollar drops today, we will reduce again today. Rush to our showrooms and authorized resellers across Ghana and pick your picky appliances now. Call 050-315-9739 for further information. Electroland, home of luxury and affordable appliances.
FPAC is effective for headaches and relieves the symptoms of flu, colds, and catarrh. FPAC blows away the pain associated with sore throats. During and after a hard day's work, FPAC relieves you of body pains. After the day's sports workout, FPAC helps the body to control the aching muscles. FPAC is effective against feverishness. FPAC reduces body temperature associated with malaria and other fevers. FPAC is effective against rheumatic pains. You can find FPAC in all pharmacy and chemical select shops throughout the country. FPAC is not recommended for children less than 16 years of age, ulcer and asthmatic patients, pregnant and lactating mothers. If symptoms persist for more than 2 days, consult your doctor. FPAC blows your pain away.
FPAC Junior follows in the tradition of FPAC tablets, a trusted friend to relieve your child of pain associated with teething, catarrh, cold and fever. The good that FPAC does for you, FPAC Junior does for your child. FPAC Junior is for children between 6 months and 12 years. FPAC Junior blows your child's pain away.
Sabo. Sasso, sasso, mi si come tonton preko. Sasso, sasso, mi si come tonton preko. Edrana drami ne buseshe. Yeah, hakesia ne malaria. Minya me kone me sasso spray. Every mosquito study run away. Tonton preko. Sasso, sasso, mi si come tonton preko. Tonton preko. Sasso, kum tonton preko. Nani shamne die e demonstronko.
This advert is FDA approved.
This August, thousands of pastors, believers, ministers, and seekers from across the world gather in an atmosphere of powerful teaching, worship, and impartation. A divine encounter that will shift your ministry.
It shall come to pass that if thou shalt hearken diligently to the voice of the Lord, which is the leading of the Holy Spirit, the Lord will set thee on high.
The Give Thyself Holy Conference with Bishop Dagewood Mills is here with us again. Block out those dates. Tuesday the 5th to Friday the 8th of August 2025 at the Anakazu campus, Mampong, Equiapem. Why would you miss this? Visit GiveThyselfHolyConference.com or call +233 531 611 975 or +233 599 776767 to register now. The Give Thyself Holy Conference 2025, 5th to the 8th of August at the Anakazu campus. This is your moment, your mission, your call. Be there.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And this morning, we're joined by the Deputy Roads and Highways Minister and Member of Parliament for Tamale North, Honorable Al-Hassan Suhini. So before the break, I said I was going to answer the questions. But before we answer the questions, the median of our roads. So there was actually a caller who spoke about that. Yeah. And it's also important we understand, for instance, how come we have different level of finishing on these roads and along the Eastern Corridor Road. Yeah. So I mean, what happened to the standards? What standards did we set for them?
I mean, that's the question that like I said earlier, my minister asked when we first toured that road, when we took over office, and his technical, understanding of the sector came to play, and he immediately directed that there was a need for us to streamline the standards, especially on such long corridors, so that you do not have that inconsistency in driving, because you move from one level asphalt, then you get to another is bitumen, then you get. I mean, it's not, proper in my view on the Eastern Corridor Road, and that is why maybe subsequent roads that we'll be doing, you will not have that situation. And so let me assure Ivy that her concern has been noted, and the Eastern Corridor Road is still priority of the NDC government, and for that matter, President Mahama's government, and it's going to be fast-tracked, especially under the big push project. Another caller, I think that was Cloud, talked about the axle situation, and I couldn't agree with him more. He has made the point succinctly. I mean, we unfortunately have been collaborating with, in some cases, foreigners to destroy the few good roads that we have been able to construct.
But what about the axle load weighing centers all over the area?
That's what I'm saying. We've been collaborating because you have people who are supposed to man these axle stations who, through collusion, just look on or take advantage to enrich themselves and allow these vehicles to go through. In fact, our ministry, my minister, Honorable Governors, refers to it as the galamsey. at the road ministry, and he has had issues with a lot of people who come to him since we came into office just so that they can get an axle low station to manage. And he's a very principled person, very straightforward. So the question he always asks is, you want us to replace the old thieves with new thieves? I mean, because that is not the intention with which we went to the ministry. The intention is to make sure that we streamline the management of these axle stations so that it no longer is seen as a revenue handle of the ministry, because the purpose of these axle stations is to ensure that overloaded vehicles do not ply our roads. That is the purpose. It is not so that you charge them and make money. But people have turned it into a revenue handle. And so they allow these, especially vehicles that are from foreign countries, to pass through these stations after they part with monies that are unaccounted for. And unfortunately, when they get to the border of our neighbors, they have, in some cases, vehicles meeting them so that they can shed their load off into those vehicles, because citizens who are empowered or employed in our neighboring countries do not collaborate or collude with these drivers to cheat the system. Okay. And that is where maybe leadership need to meet with patriotism in order for us to ensure that we do what is right for our country when we are given the responsibility every time. And I think that we may be living in a bubble, because all around us, people are beginning to talk about how our neighbors are doing very well when it comes to their road construction. Yeah. And so we should not think that we are an island, and no matter how bad we continue to do in the road sector, businesses are going to remain here to create the employment that is needed for our people. Because people are speaking of how, highways are being constructed and maintained in Burkina Faso, in Ivory Coast, in Togo. And so it must be a challenge to all of us to ensure that we do the right things whenever we have the opportunity and the responsibility to do. And so I was very happy that Claude talked about this axle thing, because it is a headache. It is a big problem that we are seeking to resolve. And very soon we will come out with a way to deal with these axle stations and to take it back to perform the role that it was set up to perform, not to raise revenue, but to ensure that overloaded vehicles do not ply our roads and deteriorate them faster than their timelines.
I think about 4 callers touched on inner roads. We'll take your thoughts on that shortly.
Absolutely.
But there's this issue about, it's tied to safety, where the caller was talking about billboards on the roads. I mean, I don't know if you have any regulations coming up on that, because I believe the road safety was hinting that some sort of mechanism will be put in place to check that. Then I want us to tie that to street lights on our roads. Sometimes it appears you're giving the contracts out, and then there's no provision for, motorists at night. How do we reform that? Because when the conversation comes up, it's very often the argument between highways and then feeder roads. They get to shift the blame as to who should take charge over street lights on our roads. So maybe we can tie that to the billboards issue, and then we deal with the inner roads.
Well, some of these things are, there are problems that have been with us for a very long time when it comes to our institutions speaking to each other. I mean, you have road safety, you have the assemblies, then you have these agencies under our roads. The main responsibility of the ministry is to provide the roads. The management of aspects of the road are not always the responsibility of the ministry, beyond maintaining the integrity of the road. So sometimes you have certain contracts, especially when they are donor funded, come with some of these facilities like street lights, speed ramps, in some cases they come with even fiber cables and all that. So it depends on the package of the fund that is supposed to be used to construct the project. But afterwards, the management of it, the medians, yes, the highways, depending on which road it is, or the urban roads, will be responsible to maintain the what do you call it, if there are grasses, there are overgrown grasses and all that. But where again there are flowers, then you have parks and garden also coming in, and so it's just something that is not structured yet. But I think that with the new approach, where the institutions, we are all beginning to have meetings together to speak about how we can ensure that these roads are utilized better by motorists, we will come to a way that we can work together. Road safety, the assemblies, parks and garden, the urban roads and the highways, to see how billboards will be sited. Because you see, billboards especially are the preserve of the assemblies. They decide where they are appropriate. But sometimes their decision also run contrary to what the urban roads would have advised, or the city roads, the highways would have advised. So these are structural problems that we believe that the new approach will help us resolve. But yes, you are right. I think it was one of the callers, Will from Osu, who also spoke about the inner roads. And again, when you ask about prioritization, the inner roads, I want to assure Will and others who are listening that they are prioritized. We are going to focus on the inner ring roads of Accra, Kumasi, Tamale, and Sunyani. We are going to ensure that under the big push, these ring roads are prioritized and finished within the tenure of President Mahama. And that is perhaps the reason why he said, like I indicated earlier, that his intention is to turn this country into a construction site before the end of this year. And these inner roads will be prioritized and finished within his tenure.
Talking about Kumasi, since you mentioned Kumasi, how about the dualization? I mean, that's something we've been talking about for a very long time now. What's happening to it? The last time I went to Abetifi and I used that road, from Bunso Junction to Osino to Enyinem, oh my goodness. People actually use the shoulders of the road.
Is that bad?
Very bad. What's happening to the dualization of the Accra Kumasi Highway?
It's still in the books, and it's still a priority project of the ministry. And I am very confident that as and when we are, able to raise the necessary funds and and engage in the correct partnerships, we will fast track it.
Because some lots have been awarded already.
It's a priority project. It's a priority project. We all know how economical that road is. And so I can only assure you that when funds are available, you will see how fast the work on those roads will go.
Great. Let me see the other questions that we have. A lot of the questions are, on the inner roads, which you say they are priority projects. Okay. Okay, we've talked about it. So basically, we've addressed the question because you've summed up all the inner roads.
Thank you.
And you say those are going to be part of
so the inner roads, we call them the outer ring roads.
Yes.
And I mean, the concern is right. If you look at many of our cities, sometimes all people want are exits, and ways to avoid congestions in the city. So if you live, say, let me use Tamale as an example. If you live in Tamale and I'll come to Accra, but if you live in Tamale and you live in, say, Boateng, and you want to go to the airport, you will want an opportunity to access the airport road without necessarily passing through the CBD. And when that is done, you'll be decongesting the city, and then you will also be reducing the travel time. And another, important thing that these outer ring roads do is that it adds value to properties around the area, and also improve economic conditions of those communities that are far from the city. Because you see, once they are done, businesses begin to spring up, and people do not have to travel all the way again to Medina to buy the sardine that they want to buy, because they can find it in their area. Shop would have opened up. So that is why we are prioritizing these outer ring roads in the major cities, so that we can create ease and decongest the central business districts.
Let me take you to the motorway. It's in such a deplorable state.
True.
I mean, we keep we are going to we've seen some works on it, but that's constructions on the other lanes. But the main motorway now, Honorable Suhini, what is being done to actually make users of the road have some, at least when you use it, you can feel that you're on some road. Now it's like a death trap. You're just praying to God. When you're finished the motorway, you're like, thank you, God. Why? What's happening?
I can relate to what you just said, and that's why I giggled. I mean, I've finished my drive on the motorway a couple of times and said thank you, God, and so I can relate. So as things stand now, it is under contract, and so when a road is under contract, maintenance of it is the responsibility of the contractor on site. And I must admit that the contractor on site have done a number of interventions. It's not enough, because only about I think a couple of days ago, I got a report from a friend who was on the motorway of a pothole that has now revealed the iron rods,
yes,
and all that. So I immediately forwarded it to our technical guys to draw the contractor's attention to see if an immediate intervention can be made to that. But we look forward to the completion, the complete reconstruction of the motorway. I'm sure that will address these concerns. And I must say that the contractor so far seemed to be impressive with how fast he is working on that. And so let's pray that he completes that reconstruction and improves the motorway for good for all of us.
Stay with us. We still have Honorable Hassan Suhini, who is the Deputy Roads and Highways Minister. When we return after these messages, we'll talk about the Mubaria and the Nungwa Barrier roads too. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen of corporate Ghana, the moment is finally here with us. Yes, it's the Joy Sports Invitational Tournament 2025 happening at the University of Ghana Stadium on August 9, 2025. You know what to do already, don't you? Just call Slevin on 0540-106-466 to register and be a part of this amazing experience full of great competition, wonderful networking, or what will be the honors to bragging rights for 1 full year. The Joy Sports Invitational Tournament is put together by Joy Sports, the thrill of the game. So which trophy are you taking back to your office? CEO's penalty shootout, male soccer, female penalty shootout, table tennis, unisex relay, lawn tennis, unisex basketball, unisex sack race, tug of peace, arm wrestling, the 5-kilometer race walk, masters 50-meter dash, unisex lime and spoon relay, and swimming. Well, the ball is in your court. We look forward to seeing you, and just make sure that your corporate institution answers the roll call on August 9, 2025 at the University of Ghana Stadium. It's the Joy Sports Invitational Tournament 2025 put together by Joy Sports, the thrill of the game.
Coffee in your cup, enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
I hope we are doing well.
And thanks for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show, here on Joy 99.7 FM. And what a conversation it has been. Many of you sending us your comments and what you think about the road network in your community. It appears that when it comes to road, everyone seems to be very interested. And so many questions to Alhaji Suhini this morning, who's the Deputy Minister for Roads and Highways. I'm sure that every morning when you wake up, you have your phone buzzing with so many messages, I believe.
Yes, on roads and
on roads and all of that. Indeed, we'll get a bit more into it, but it's back. The Joy Sports Invitational Tournament is back, and it's returning with lots of training disciplines as well. So Saturday, 9th of August 2025, the University of Ghana Stadium, Legon, get ready for a packed day with thrilling corporate sports action. So this year we've got it all: swimming, table tennis, 5-kilometer race walk, masters 50-meter dash. Then we have the CEO's penalty, as well as the football and mixed relays and volleyball, and so much more happening. So much fun. So if you want your organization to be part of this, just call for registration 0540 106 466 for more information. You can equally come over to the front desk of Joy FM and we'll give you updates on that. So the 9th of August at the Legon Stadium, that's where the Joy Sports Invitational Tournament is happening. And Joy Sports Invitational Tournament, we say play for peace.
Okay, so I'm sure you're ready to see more and feel more of Dubai right here in Ghana, right? Okay, so from the 7th to the 13th of July, it's Dubai Week at Adansi Travels. Okay, step into the Adansi Travel House at East Legon and enjoy a fully immersive Dubai experience, from virtual reality tours of Dubai, 360-degree photo moments of giveaways and exclusive booking perks. You can also walk into any of the offices at Nesta Square Airport, Tema Community 1, Kumasi, Takrady, Takwa to book your August Dubai tour and enjoy special anniversary discounts, whether it's your honeymoon, girls' getaway, family holiday, or just the dream trip that you deserve. Dubai is calling, and Adansi will take you there. Blizzard, you have to be there.
Yeah.
For further information, call 0595 500 817 or WhatsApp 0531 011 617. You can also visit adansitravels.com. Dubai Week at Adansi. See more, feel more of Dubai.
And that's what Adansi, they always have something on offer. Good morning to the guys there. But are you thinking of going solar? Want to keep your lights on even when the grid goes off? Well, it's time to power your life the smart way with Optima Solar Systems. Now, they are your trusted experts in solar energy solutions, from solar panel installations to lithium battery systems. They have the solar heaters, water heaters. They have the solar water pumps, and also the solar powered CCTV. So Optima Solar has you covered with reliable, eco-friendly technology built for Ghanaian living. And here's the best part, actually. They don't just install for you and disappear. Optima Solar is providing you with ongoing maintenance and repair works. So when your system breaks down, they are ensuring that it's fixed and it runs smoothly all year round. So that's not all. They are offering comprehensive solar insurance against theft, fire, flood, and other perils as well. So there are very, very flexible payment terms available for you, which is subject to the status that you subscribe to. So whether it's for your home, farm, or business, reduce your electricity bills and increase your energy dependence and make a positive impact on the environment. 030 396 0134 is the number to call. You can also reach them on 0505 023 472. Visit them, optimasolarsystems.com, and also on social media platforms is at Optima Solar GH. That's how you find them on Instagram and on Facebook. Optima Solar Systems. The future is bright. The future is solar.
So looking for a little more in life without spending more, I get it. Every city counts. And that's why I want to share something that's really made a difference for me. The APSA Abapa account is designed for people like us, those who work hard and deserve more for less. And here's what I get with my APSA Abapa account: a free GH Link card, access to loans up to 50,000 when I need help, high interest on savings, free SMS alerts to track every peso I spend, seamless mobile and online banking, no need to join long queues, and many more. And the best part is it's simple to open. If you're looking for more value, more peace of mind, and more control over your money, then the APSA Abapa account is just the account for you. Open your account today and get more. T's and C's apply. Your story matters. APSA.
We're warming up to the weekend, and if Kumasi is your destination this weekend for business or maybe funeral or leisure, you have the opportunity to lodge at Oak Plaza Suites, because Oak Plaza Suites is your ideal destination for the weekend. It's located in the prime area of Asukwa with easy access to all parts of Kumasi, and it is an epitome of comfort, convenience, and quality. The hotel provides spacious suites, swimming pool, conference rooms, and they also provide airport pickups at and valet services. So if you're looking forward to book them or make some inquiries, 050-716-8268 is the number to call. You can equally visit oakplazahotel.com and send them an email. They will respond. It's Oak Suites res@oakplazahotel.com. That's how you can equally reach them. Yeah, and DTI is also here. Technical training, isn't it? Are you ready for that next big adventure in your career? Are you a company seeking to that top tier talent to boost productivity and drive impact? The Design and Technology Institute, DTI, has something amazing on the horizon. So get ready for the DTI Job and Opportunities Fair. It's happening at the CD Conference Center at the Department of Economics, University of Ghana, Legon. Mark it on your calendars, and it's on the 18th and 19th of July from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day. This isn't just a job fair. It is the career expedition, pathways to partnership, possibilities, a mindset journey towards self-discovery. Young Ghanaians can acquire skills and what they truly need to thrive in that industry. Industry gains, train problem solvers with a focus on productivity, production, and innovation. So what makes this fair special? Participate in the Career Treasure Hunt. You have a talent matching competition designed to help you secure an internship or a job placement opportunity, and so much more. So get face-to-face interaction with companies as well, get insight into their works and job opportunities on offer. This event is brought to you by DTI and the MasterCard Foundation, as well as media partners. Yours truly, the Multimedia Group, and others are on board. 0536 519 313 is the number to call to register. You can get more information there. So be there and find your next possibility. Bring your dream to life.
Great. So it means we can get to the Bumbaria and Nungwa barrier roads. The Honorable Hassan Sweeney is still here with us. Honorable, these interchanges, boom, Nungwa, uncompleted, creating traffics. And I mean, it's such a difficult route to use. What's the plan?
So those projects, many of them were affected by the debt exchange program because they were largely donor funded, and the creditors, because of our declaration of bankruptcy, decided to hold back the releases to the contractors that were on site. Fortunately for us, the finance minister has been leading conversations with many of these agencies that were funding these projects, and showing them the evidence of our recovery that is even beating the imagination of the experts. And so we are very confident that very soon they are going to review their positions on our debt sustainability state, and perhaps, I'm very confident, because if you look at how inflation has come down and still trending downwards, and the exchange rate, the buffers that we are building, the reserves, I mean, it is clear that not the pundits didn't even give us this time frame to the economic pundits didn't think we're going to recover this fast. And so we are confident that all these funds that were suspended because of our debt situation will be renewed, and those projects will continue. In fact, some of those projects, when you speak to the contractors, you realize that perhaps if we had even managed the debt, the declaration of debt stress better, they would have had funds to complete their projects. But it was not that properly managed, and so funds were not released the way they should have been released. Because if you have a project that is almost about 90% done, perhaps if some communication had taken place before our declaration of our inability to pay our debts, we would have been able to access the 5% needed to finish the road. But as it stands now, the roads have been left, because funds were not coming, and then they are deteriorating. So you are going to need more than you would have required in the first place to finish the roads to finish it. So it's our debt situation that frustrated
But I'm sure for those who use the road,
the construction
for those who use the road,
yes,
the question they'll be asking themselves would be: so when are we going to see these roads completed?
As fast as our economy improves, and you can see that we are doing something. So you see, it's not just the work of the road ministry. No matter how hard we work, we may not be able to get the funds for them to complete it. But as we all support the government in the policies that are being introduced to revive our economy, like we are seeing a revival, then we are hopeful that before the end of the year, I mean, the finance minister is going to be in parliament very soon with the mid-year budget review. Who knows? I'm confident that he may, in fact, the president has indicated that he will be coming with a lot of good news without taking the wind out of his sail. I'm confident some of the good news may involve the return of some of these our credit partners. It may be, and once that is done, I'm confident that the roads will be fast tracked to completion point.
You have some 3 billion Ghana cedis allocated to your ministry this year,
right,
for new roads.
Right.
My checks at the Ministry of Finance has told me that so far you have not submitted any certificates for payment.
Well, because we were doing a lot of the auditing, I know that we have compiled a number of them, and we have been in touch with the finance ministry. You know, one very good thing about the Ministry of Roads is that our minister has a very, fantastic relationship with the finance minister. In fact, I don't think there's a day that they don't speak to each other, even on friendly level. So it makes it easier for them to share ideas and determine when what has to be done. And so I don't think that it is an issue that certificates have not been presented. I do know, however,
have you awarded new contracts for this year?
No. The minister has decided that this year all that we are doing are to maintain the existing road network. So if you look at the papers, we have advertised, the Ghana Highways Authority have advertised for works to be done on some of our highways. The feeder roads has also done same, and we are now in the process of procuring contracts that will improve these roads, very critical ones that lead to especially farmlands, and that is why we think that it is important that we prioritize those ones, because what will come from those communities is what will also help bring down food inflation and impact the economy in general. So for us, as we speak now, the minister has decided that it is prudent for us not to award any new contracts beyond the procurement process that has started to maintain the existing structures. But before the end of the year, we will procure new contractors, and that is why I am referring to the president's assurance that before the end of the year, the country will become a construction site. We are not doing things. We are thoughtful about the decisions that we take. We just don't want to jump in and do things because it is pleasant. It is called for. We are doing them because we want to do them because they will impact greatly, and so that's why we are taking our time. And the big push projects will soon be commissioned. I mean, you will have the president cutting short for the commencement of many of these big push projects that I spoke about: the outer ring roads, the eastern corridor, the western corridor, and all of that will be done this year. But as things stand now, he has not signed any new contract.
The Honorable Hassan Suheni, thank you so much for making time to be with us this morning. Let's do this another time, because
if it's about roads, you know that it will take the entire show.
Let's do this again.
I'm sure that when we cut out for the big projects to happen, my minister himself will be here to engage.
No problem.
You know he's also a very media friendly.
Yes,
person.
I'll be reminding you of the Mpoho Road. It's very crucial.
In fact, His Excellency the President, during his campaign, I recall now, was there and also made a promise to the people of Mpoho. And we are not taking the promises he made to communities lightly at all. We are prioritizing those promises.
Great. Thank you very much for joining us on behalf of the team led by Sami Odame. This is all we have time for here on the Super Morning Show. My name is Winston Amoah.
And I am Blessed Sogah.
Do have a lovely day. We'll leave you in the safe hands of DJ Wobeti.